Get out of there. Hey, get. So, now that we are all here, last time you followed Francine up the road towards the Citadel Felbar, only to find your good friend and associate and all-around swell guy, Mr. Friendly, waiting for you in the middle of the road.
I think that was actually 2 sessions ago.
It was, I'm trying to be more thematic than just y'all fought the dude last time and here we are. Yes, we are recording, Slorth, thank you. After a brief conversation, y'all decided to kick things off by bringing nature to life and attacking this Mr. Friendly, to which he immediately bamfed Slorth back to the far realm. The fight went not the best, getting kicked. A couple of y'all getting kicked to the far realm, Slorth and Francine a couple times, managing to come back, managing to utilize the wrong ring to get a wish spell out of it and bring you back. Excuse me. A couple players went down a couple times. One of you is still down, Slorth being down in front of Mr. Friendly currently. And you noticed every time you seemed to cut this Mr. Friendly, another arm would come out that could slash at you. Right at the end of the night, Francine actually kind of pulled a rabbit out of her hat and managed to petrify him for 4 turns. And as she kind of holds her hand out with the magic going, shaking a little bit, she turns to you and says, you know, you've got about 30 seconds, 24 seconds really, in order to do whatever it is you're going to do while she holds this. So, Sir Smush and crew, what are y'all doing?
It's really the easiest fight that Rygnerik's probably been in.
Yeah, he just pieced out.
He just, from a shadow shot, rained hellfire and brimstone on people.
Yep. So, you have 4 rounds. We don't have to stick to close initiative order or anything. I actually, at the end of last session, I rolled 4 rounds for the crows looking for you, Rygnerik, and they did not find you, because you are a little invisible, tiny person.
They're still searching far away.
Yeah. So what are you doing? You can go in whatever order at this point for the next couple rounds.
Meeting to the sun?
Yeah, Liz, you want to go?
Yeah, what you doing?
So, I cast teleport to teleport him to the sun.
To the sun?
Yeah, the surface of the sun.
At least let me be awake for this.
Nope. Too bad.
Aww.
I'll tell you about it.
It's on our same plane of existence. I'm familiar with the sun. Y'all feel like you're
the
familiar?
location we can currently see, which makes it count as whatever the next to highest one is.
Familiarity-wise.
Good
Yeah.
God.
And I believe he did say he was object. He was object.
He is an object.
So he can be cast just teleported all by himself.
Itself.
Give me...
Up.
Okay. So... it's... Alright, I'll give you that one. So this would probably be... I'm gonna put you at seen casually. Simply because of the physics of the situation. You don't know, like... Technically speaking, looking at the sun isn't where it is. It's, you know, because of the light travels, and I don't know how far away Felren planet is away from the sun, as like according to Earth. So, roll me a D100, Ashling. This might be the only time y'all get away with this, for the record. But because it's funny, I'm gonna allow it. What'd you get?
Strat.
79.
Alright.
Money. She was supposed to say something really cool before she sent him off.
What do you say?
Oh, wait, we decided this, didn't we?
Suggestion. But I'm asleep, so what do I know?
I'm gonna pour a potion in the Slorth's mouth. Wake him up.
Okay. Roll the potion.
What was that again? I always forget what the potion is.
This is a
I'm just gonna yell
one-time allowance. You can't just teleport enemies into the sun. But
I mean,
Well, this is...
We normally
This is
cannot
our last
petrify
teleport
enemies
scroll.
either.
I'll be plane shifting people to the plane of fire at some point.
Really, this is a ridiculously expensive way to do it, because those teleport scrolls are not cheap.
they are.
That was
No.
like 15,000?
But because I wasn't expecting it, and I think it's funny, I'm gonna allow it. Okay, so Slorth, you're up with 6 HP. You kind of... Ashling, you kind of wander over. What do you say?
I just yell yeet.
So, you see her whirl her hands around and actually forms this circle in the air and takes out the scroll and opens it, and this circle lights up around the scroll. And all of you that are conscious watch as the symbols kind of boof, 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 boof. And she reads the arcane words of the scroll and then yeet! And you see Mr. Friendly zoop, vanish.
Slorth pops up and he's like, I guess he's now more of a Mr. Casual Acquaintance. And rolls over.
Y'all are a bunch of jackasses.
Every time we encounter a problem, sun.
Yeah, no, you're...
There are a few problems you can't fix by eating into the sun.
I'm telling you now, that is only going to work once.
I mean, if we turn something into an object again, I mean...
Also, on a random note, I use one of my other turns to use lay on hands on myself to heal myself.
Okay,
back up.
well, and Rygnerik, you can kind of see this, especially since this whole turning to stone and then bamping off to the nearest star happened within a span of like 10-15 seconds. You see the birds that are searching for you. You see their eyes, and as Mr. Friendly turns to stone, you see them kind of almost take more of a holding pattern, and the second he vanishes, they careen down and hit the ground, and just like neck snapping and kind of... They all seem to fall out of the sky.
I guess that means it worked.
I begin to cast, or I ask Francine, I'm like, or I ask, Ashling, where'd you send him?
The sun?
Nice. Francine, can you scry on him?
Let's see if she can.
I can too, I just wanted to see if she had things for crystals.
She actually can, if you want her to.
Yeah. I'm gonna start dishing out some healing.
Okay. So Francine, like, you say the sun, and she's like, that shouldn't have worked.
Put on some sunglasses.
But I'm not going to argue.
Yeah, he went somewhere.
I feel like the gods of this universe shouldn't have allowed that to happen. But we're going to go with it.
Up somewhere, Dadrios is god. Nice.
Yeah, Dadrios, you definitely feel kind of a... from your deity at that one. So as the dust settles, you all kind of gather back up, and Tickers and Cantros kind of come back over. Slorth, you are no longer completely dead.
Mostly dead.
Yeah, only mostly dead.
Can we go back to the hotel for a nap?
I mean, you can do whatever you want, I guess. I'm not going to tell you what you can and can't do.
I mean, we can tidy out here, right?
No, because I'm out of spells.
Tiny Hut is a ritual, is it not?
If you can ritual cast it.
I don't know that I can.
Well,
What's the requirement for ritually casting it?
The little R by it is it's a ritual. As long as it's memorized under spell list, you can ritually cast it. I believe.
Yeah,
that's how it is for me, at least.
Mm-hmm. You can ritually cast it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I just want to double check because some spells certain classes can ritually cast, but can't be done normally. It's just a class thing. But yeah, Tiny Hut, anyone who can cast it.
So it just takes like 10 minutes instead of 1 to cast it or something?
10 minutes.
10 extra minutes.
Yeah. Technically 11 minutes if you want to get, super anal about it.
Gathering wood.
Yeah. But Francine kind of just shrugs and takes out a small crystal, and she kind of concentrates over a minute. And Slorth, you watching, you see the crystal light up really brightly, and she's like, "Oh, yeah, no, that's that." She kind of blinks a few times. I think I burned my retinas. Yeah.
Now we know why Slorth didn't do it.
When you're that close to the sun, even when you look away from it, it's still really bright.
Yeah, true. But yeah, he seems to be gone.
Been some fire elemental that just what was that?
Well, remember, he was stone at the time, right? So he was just a melted statue.
Yeah.
Well,
By the time he even had a chance to turn back.
The sun kind of vaporizes literally everything, so I don't think it would have mattered if he turned back.
Fire immunity not withstanding. Even so, gravity, radiation, it's a good way to kill someone.
It is a one-time kill you are getting.
The first on our flow chart of how to deal with the situation is, can you eat this into the sun? Yes, no. No. Okay.
Okay, so what time of day is it at this point? I mean, we walked
We
to get here, right?
It's probably mid to late afternoon at this point. Like maybe 3-4 o'clock. Borish.
Okay.
Are we getting full sleep or just doing a short rest?
I'm out of good spells,
Okay.
so I vote we go to bed early.
I'm surprisingly not, because I spent a lot of time abroad.
You were busy for part of that.
Yeah. Let's toss some cure wounds around.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
I mean, if everybody else is fine, as long as we can heal me, that's okay.
Do you come back, Rygnerik, or do you just go back to town?
I wander up. Like, wow, that was a invigorating fight.
How long will it take us if we continue walking to get where we were trying to go?
I can bring you back up to the map here. There you go. Oh, this is very soothing music. Okay. This one? Yeah. Whip. Okay, this is a little more mellow than I intended, but we'll take it.
D&D beats display bosses to 10 hours.
Yeah, apparently so. Okay, so... Take that.
After an hour into the rest, I'll regain my healing spirit. So I drop that down and I bust about 6 heals on myself to give everyone else 60 health. And basically, I just use 6 heals until I'm topped off. Then whoever else isn't topped off, that's not Dadrios, to get them where they need to be. Oh, Tickers is not dead, correct?
Correct. Ticker's got, you hit him with 1 AoE heal. He's got a whopping 10 HP.
I mean, yeah, you can max him back up. He would have gotten the AoE heals once I started.
Yeah, once you start blasting everyone with heals, he'd be back up. No problem.
Yeah.
So are we all fully healed?
Yeah, I had enough spell slots, and after the 1 hour and the healing totem, it would have been enough to heal everybody.
Okay. So we're taking a short rest?
Long rest is what we're going for. I just started with the short rest to get everyone healed.
Well, do we want to, do we want to keep walking for a few hours and then rest?
I mean, we already put the hut up. We don't know what's coming. We know.
Well, so the problem with putting the hut... Did we put the hut up already? Or we talked about it?
No. We're discussing if we want to.
Because if we put the hut up now, it drops in 8 hours. So
Yes.
we're stuck here, like, right at 8 p.m. With,
I mean...
And then what? We cast it again and just hang out for another 8 hours?
Well, I don't think we'd need to. We can just walk in the night. How long did we say we think it would take to get there?
From what you know, Dadrios, you've got probably about a day's walk ahead of you.
Yeah, my smiley face is still there.
It's Mr. Friendly. He's
There we go.
in a warmer place now.
There we go. I fixed it.
What?
Fixed the smiley face.
Just went outside.
He's working on his tan. Ooh, can we say that once we find his boss? Where's Mr. Friendly? He's working on his tan.
He's incapable of getting a tan. What are you talking about?
No, because we yeeted him to the sun. You understand? You did what?
He
Oh,
doesn't understand it. I don't know how you did that.
the laws of the universe say you shouldn't have been allowed to do that.
It's that one law where if you don't know it doesn't work, it works.
Like gravity. It only works if you look down.
The Wile E.
That's the-
Coyote coefficient.
That's the DM couldn't figure out a logical enough reason why it wouldn't work fast enough, so you got away with it. Okay, so what is the team doing?
I have Dadrios face planted on the spot.
I want to talk to Frankie.
Okay.
So I asked her, like, so you said you've been hunting. Have you been hunting Mr. Friendly in particular, or have you been? I mean, are you attempting to get his boss?
She kind of is sitting on the ground, is just collecting herself after the fight. It's like, I don't know who or what his boss is. I've been tracking him as someone who's been trying to gather up these magical items and then, like you, track the source to the Citadel.
What was your plan if you caught him?
Get him to the sun?
I didn't know he had so many arms available. It is fortunate that you were also here for my sake.
You're welcome.
Yes, I do want to thank all of you. That would have gone significantly worse if I were alone.
Damn it, what was I going to ask? What magical items has he been collecting?
Did
Well,
we just transport any of them to the sun?
well, whatever he had on him is certainly at the sun now. So, as to
Side mission.
what he's gotten a hold of, I'm not sure. You just yeeted your loot into the sun, so.
Okay, so you said he's been getting these items. You don't know what he's already obtained, or
No.
okay. We'd filled her in at the bridge or outside of town. Everything else, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so she knows that
Yeah, she's
what he
updated.
wanted to give us he wanted us to get the egg, which I'm assuming is one of those items.
I mean, I assume you told her all that unless you wanted to withhold it.
No. Yeah, she knows everything that we knows.
Okay, yeah, you could have explained all that to her.
Okay, so he was tracking, getting magical items, bringing them to his boss.
She goes,
So,
he does make one point, though. The dragons having that egg is probably super bad. I'm not.
Do you want to go? Do you want to go deal with that first?
I mean, no, I don't. Not at all. But somebody probably should.
It's on our to-do list.
She's like, I don't. As far as I know, the twin dragons aren't associated, at least not anymore, with what's happening at Felbar. But that's definitely something we should put a pin in and worry about for sure.
We're now team somebody instead of tomorrow team. Somebody should deal with that. All right, here we go.
Team literally anyone else.
Team, I almost died. I like y'all doing things more than me.
Team world full of magical power wizards and sending us to do it. Alright, okay, so... Didn't get a chance to question him. I don't think that would have gone well either way. Didn't get whatever he had on him. He did... Okay, magic scan, detect magic around the immediate area just to make sure there's nothing left.
If you cast it if you had casted it fast enough, you would see a very, very faint necromantic aura from the crows that's kind of slowly dissipating.
Yeah, I saw that before.
Nothing surprising there. With where you are now, Frankie lights up like a Christmas tree. But other than the things you're carrying, no, there's nothing in the area that's magical.
Oh yeah, I'm like, so about the ring.
Oh yeah, she kind of looks at you. She's like, yeah, not that I'm complaining. It was pretty good that we were able to get out of that situation. But why did you have my ring?
Well, what happened was, I had my familiar lifted from your lab. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it might be useful, and hey, Druid's intuition, right?
So, just for future reference,
that's a no-no.
A lot of the things in that lab can kill you and turn you inside out, so maybe don't do that again.
I kind of look down and nod.
Also, try not to steal from me. Again.
I need an AFK. I'm sorry.
All right.
For a third time.
Yeah, wait, third time, wait. Yeah, so what are the rest of y'all doing? Well, they're having this conversation.
Boring.
Did we decide on a long rest or nah?
Totally up to you. Boop.
So I vote long rest, and if nobody votes against me, I'm going to assume that's what we're doing, and I'm working on setting up the tiny hut.
Okay.
You should cast it where Dadrios is currently passed out, face down on the ground.
Okay, yeah, I'll build it around you.
Dadrios is long resting on his own. Just poof. Okay, so
Sorry about that.
no problem.
Random door knock.
So Aisling decides to ritualistically cast the tiny hut where Dadrios is currently unconscious.
Well, while she's casting Tiny Hut, I give everybody a 12 temporary hit point inspirational speech.
Okay.
About how we defeated, this really tough enemy, and
On how
now we go to take out his boss.
Now this is before we go take a nap or after we wake up?
Before, because they stick around forever, right?
verify that for me.
Yeah, I'll look it up.
Yeah, well, if it's not, we can say after, but just for our knowledge.
I mean, I can do it once per long rest, so
yeah,
it doesn't really matter.
yeah.
I can give you the same speech again. They last until they're depleted, or you finish a long rest.
Okay, so give
Don't
it
do
in the
it before
morning.
the long rest, and then
Right.
yeah.
Okay. So Dadrios is out. Slorth, what do you want to do? Anything else for y'all? Take a siesta?
Apologized about lifting the ring. Didn't try to lie because that would have gone bad.
The fact that you saved her ass by using it definitely made her less angry, but she does kind of browbeat you a little bit.
Yeah.
Not even the fact that you stole from her, which, she didn't appreciate that, but more so like, I can't stress enough that had you grabbed the wrong thing, you would have immediately died or been transported somewhere worse than the far plane.
Seemed like a good idea at the time. I'm kind of like, even though there's not any corners, I make myself a corner out of like tiny hut, and I just kind of sit in it.
Just mold earth into the corner and just. Okay.
They tell y'all I was a god for like 6 seconds. It's pretty cool.
She's like, yeah, that was intense.
Covered in holy flames.
Yeah. Didn't know it could do that. I'll have to make another ring. It only took me like 7 years to make that one.
Oh, sink even lower.
But I'm sure
I meld into stone into the ground.
But now that I know what I'm doing, it'll probably only take me about 6.5 to make a new one. So there's that.
I pull my stinky troll armor over my head.
Okay, so y'all resting?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Does it go through uneventfully, or?
Mm-hmm. Is anyone going to try to take a watch, or y'all just going to clock out?
I think we're doing watches like normal, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I won't make you roll for all of them. The sun is still up. As you take your various watches, you kind of slowly watch the sunset over the cliff there. Not over the cliff, over the mountain. Other than a few stray animals, nothing seems to happen. Despite this being what looks like a main road, there is surprisingly little, and none actually, foot traffic on it. You get the sense from just the well-kept condition of this road that it's probably an active trade route, but even during the daylight, you see nobody on it.
Frankie, now that you've seen him in action, what do you think he was, Mr. Friendly?
Well, definitely not a human. I think we all kind of came to that conclusion.
Yeah, being filled with void and growing extra arms isn't a common trait.
Probably some kind of creation, or hard to say. If I could have studied his dead body, I probably could have told you. But
well, we know where it is.
Yeah.
I don't want to go get it. That seems like a one-way trip.
Hopefully.
You don't have to.
But no, he definitely seemed to have been created. There is no kind of... Even within a place like the Far Realm where strange things mutate and come together, his design seemed too purposeful. Like he was specifically designed and made to carry out whatever his tasks were. That'd be my guess.
What was with him zapping people to the Far Realm? Do you think he was tied to it somehow, or his creator was, or?
Very probably. They do seem to have a strong connection to that.
You ever been there before?
Also, did you see those trees made of skin? That was awful.
Dude. If they catch a breeze, yeah, they get like goosebumps. Yeah.
Let's
that seep into your mind.
Let's not go back there. That was really... There's some... I've never seen, but I've read there's some weird creatures in the Far Realm, too. Just... Ugh.
Yeah, no good.
Anyway. So, 8 hours passes. The tiny hut fades. It is now nighttime. It's probably around midnight, maybe a little later at this point in time, as the tiny hut dissolves around you. You all get a long rest, and the night is yours.
Yay!
Your sleep schedule's a little, disoriented, but you
Jet
do
lag.
feel... you're a little jet lagged, but you do feel better. No dreams, thankfully.
Yay!
And notably, no dreams. You all sleep really hard, actually, because you're kind of... Well, Rygnerik, I don't know. He didn't work that hard, but...
Yeah, he's his bow stretching his little sore.
Yeah, his shoulder's a little sore. But no, you do all sleep like rocks and dream whatever kind of normal dreams you have without any these weird invasive visions you've been having.
So are we just heading out in the dark?
Yeah, why not?
Okie dokie.
Or we can day until morning.
I mean, we get a couple bugbears. We'll wreck those. I mean, let's be honest. Unless it's like a pack of Mr. Friendlies.
Pack of Mr.
Alright, so if we're heading up, I want to activate the staffs, pass without a trace,
Okay.
and then shapeshift into an eagle and...
Well, before you do that, I give us
Giant
yet
eagle.
another rousing speech
The eagle nods
about marching through the darkness.
without fear in our hearts.
Yes.
Which one of our party members has night vision or whatever?
I do.
Yeah, it is.
Me.
Interestingly enough, even though it seemed like it was a full moon the night before in the Silvery Moon, looking up, you see no moon in the sky. It is totally dark out here.
Would you like a torch?
Sword, right?
It's fine. I just like if we're gonna like walk in the night, I don't want to be like a big shining beacon. Like, hey, here we are.
Alright, everyone play shoulders. Put hands on shoulders and start blindly walking.
Who doesn't have night vision?
I don't.
Did we ever buy the night vision goggles?
We did.
I'll hold your hand.
I've got the night vision goggles.
Wait, can you not have night vision but make Panda have night vision? So you just blindly sit on Panda?
I mean, they're a magical item. They can kind of reform to the wearer, and they don't require attunement, I don't think. So, sure.
Oh, the spectacle, the night vision
The
spectacles?
goggles, I don't think they require attunement.
They don't.
Yeah.
We can have those though to like.
But yeah, I mean, we have two people that don't naturally have it, right? It's me and
Yeah.
Dadrios.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, Rygnerik can ride Sir Shmush, and I can hold Dadrios' hand.
Me. Like up top.
You're an eagle, you said? Slorth?
How does,
Giant eagle.
how does Frankie do walking in the dark?
Do eagles have night vision?
They go, it retains my senses, and I just get any bonus ones they get.
I don't think so. Let me check.
I'll double check.
Yeah, let's double check that, because I think
Game statistic replaced by statistics, but you retain your alignment, personality, intelligence, wisdom, charisma scores, your totality of your skills, and saving those proficiencies, addition to gaining those of the creature. Proficiency and bonus in its stat block is yours, creature's bonus instead of yours. As legendary actions, it can't use them.
Yeah, I don't think your night vision transfers over.
Well, then turn into an owl instead. Or a bat! And then you don't have to see at night, you can just scream.
Where is that? Is this your wild shape?
Yes.
Your game statistic are replaced by the statistics of the beast. But you keep who you are, like a person, like your personality and your intelligence and stuff. And you keep your saving throws. But yeah, you don't keep stuff like night vision.
Your eyeballs.
Yeah. You got new eyeballs.
Your eyes.
Alright, well, giant owl then.
Okay. So Slorth, you... Or whatever
Just like
sound,
that.
Whatever sound owls make. Scree?
Who?
And so, Rygnerik, you're riding Sir Smush? Is that what you're doing?
No, I'll just walk.
Okay.
I've got the night vision goggles. I'm just gonna walk, unless
Okay.
Dadrios really wants them.
Dadrios, what are you doing?
And
It is pitch dark.
yeah, so I'm holding Panda with one hand, and then I guess I'm holding Ashling's hand with the other.
Okay.
Kind of like staring up, I guess. Down? I don't know. Looks the same.
Yeah, you're just kind of trusting that Ashling's not going to walk you into a tree because you can't see anything.
I don't even know if my eyes are open.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Let's go back to the map here. So you continue to follow the road for several hours at this pace. Enough of you can thankfully see and guide your blind friend that you don't have to move at a slow pace. You can move at a normal pace. So,
Side note, sorry, looking at Giant Owl, there actually is a language called Giant Owl, which I can speak Giant Owl now.
So one point of interest, the only person who knows how to get to Citadel Felbar is your blind paladin.
Mhm. You showed us on a map, though, right?
Yeah, but who is leading this walk? Who's out in front?
Scouting ahead from up top. Like, I'm, 120 feet above the party.
Do you, have
100, call it 100 feet above the party.
do you have a way to
'Cause I got-
communicate?
Screeches.
Okay. I'm gonna say screeches aren't good enough to give directions.
So,
Even though I'm
Look-
blind, could I be telling the party, like, hey, if you see this, like, turn here, if you see this...
I'm just gonna take the night vision goggles off and stick them on Dadrios.
Okay.
Okay. That'll work.
Right, and then flail around.
Do you want to walk blindly, or do you want to take
Oh,
Ashley's
oh.
other hand?
Yeah, I'll ride on Smush or whatever.
Okay.
Playing around for goggles. And...
Okay. So
Smush is
y'all,
very happy to have you.
so
He
you
gives you a
guys,
good tip.
y'all are able to continue without having to make survival checks to figure out where
Well,
the hell
I'm
you're
good at
going. Dadrios says you're kind of leading the charge now with your goggles on. You
Are they
all.
cool goggles, or are they, like, dorky looking?
Like, tape in the middle.
Yeah.
Total nerd burger.
They're a little
Goggles.
dorky looking.
Alright, well, I couldn't tell before I put them on anyway, so it's fine.
Do I look cool?
I trust you guys. You wouldn't lie to me.
You continue for about 3 hours walking along this road, with Dadrios kind of taking off landmarks as you go, so you know when to turn off the road. Because Dadrios, you know if you just follow the road, you will end up in Sundabar, which is not where you want to be. But you do remember last time you were on this road, Dadrios, it was, even during the night, had one or two travelers on it, because it was a very predominant trade route between Silvermoon and Sundabar, and none of y'all see anybody. In fact, Slorth, scouting kind of eye in the sky, you don't even see any nighttime animals out. You don't see any other birds in the sky. You don't see any like rabbits or bats or something. It is eerily still and eerily quiet, and all you can kind of hear is the sounds of the kind of soft crunching of your footsteps as you continue on.
I have a question.
Sure.
You said when we were camping that I did see occasional animals scurrying. About, if you could make a little marker on the map for me, about when did the wildlife go bye-bye?
You camped where the yellow X is there.
Yeah.
When the sun went down is when you stopped seeing animals. So after, by the time the dome dissolved, there was nothing around.
Okay.
But eventually, Dadrios, you do, on the north end, which is kind of y'all's left as you're walking along the road, you do pass over, the road kind of starts to curve off to the east, and you see the mountains kind of start to fall off to your left, and you're like, all right, this is where we gotta kind of cut over. I can give you a little kind of doink, doink, doink.
When we first started, didn't we all have mounts?
That's my stealth, by the way.
When we left
35.
You're right. We did buy horses and Silvery Moon. Didn't we?
I think you did, which you did not secure before the fight, and those are gone.
They fought bravely with us? Is that what you're going to say?
Not quite. Pretty much as soon as Slorth made nature explode, they ran away. So
That's
you
fair.
are, with the exception of, a panda bear or a, polar panda bear and a dog, you are all on foot.
The reason I named him that.
But you follow the curve along the mountains. It's probably, as you kind of start to crest the mountain, Rygnerik, you kind of blink your eyes and you can just barely start to see stuff as the sun slowly starts to come up again. As you continue on, that's not the right tool.
Not me, I'm stealthy as hell.
Yeah. You continue on, kind of.
So once it gets to be like a reasonable morning hour, I'm gonna pull out my sending stone and say, FYI, we sent creepy friendly guy to the sun. He gone.
Second later, you hear Blackstaff come back, and he's like, "The sun." I can't believe that worked.
Us either.
He's just jealous because he can't do it.
I will. And he the message kind of ends shorts, but then you feel him send you another message you can respond to. He says, "Does this mean we can lower the guard at the orphanage? Are they safe now?"
I'll respond with,
Dare you.
You are the only one that can hear this, Rygnerik.
right. I'll respond with, probably, but we are continuing to Citadel Felbar to look into his boss.
Okay. There's no reply after that.
Yeah.
But he got the message.
About how far are we, would you say?
From the Citadel?
Yeah.
At this point, you are probably 3 or 4 hours out of it.
In miles?
I don't know. What are you trying to do?
I'll put it this way. When I'm within about 2.5 miles, I want to know. I want to commune with nature.
Okay, well, I mean, you can just walk until and then do that at that point.
I fly.
Well, fly. But does anyone else want to do anything before you start to approach the Citadel itself, or are y'all just continuing forward? And Francine can take a long rest. I'll take that as a no. Okay, my long rest button doesn't work. That's fine. Good programming also.
Oh.
So, it's probably 7 in the morning right now, 7:30-ish. The sun is up enough that you can all see clearly at this point. Dadrios lets you know that you're just a couple miles out from the Citadel at this point. So, what do you want to do, Slorth? You commune with nature?
When the sun comes up, do animals start coming out again?
Make a perception check.
Can do.
With advantage? Does it have
Advantage.
Yeah.
23.
I'll say you can see this just because you're up in the air. In the direction you're heading, you actually see this is unrelated to your question, but you do see this. What looks like the forming of a large, almost circular mountain range in the direction you're heading. Fairly close. Looking down, you start, especially with those big old owl prey eyes, you can pretty much hear a mouse, under a foot of ground. You don't see any animals anywhere.
Grubbies putting up in the morning. Nothing.
Nope.
Really wanted to swoop down, like land on some rat next to the team, and gobble it down, then turn back to Slorth and burp. Anyhow.
Yeah, no
All
animals.
right, I swoop down and land in front of the team and change back. Give the... Oh, wait, hold up. And I want to commune with nature.
Okay.
So, it should be a range of 3 miles. And... prevalent plants, animals, peoples, powerful creatures, fae, fiends, elementals, or undead, influence from other planes of existence. Actually...
No, go ahead.
Never mind on the plants, minerals, animals, or people. I'll take buildings instead to maybe get some information about the citadel and stuff around it.
Okay, so you want to know buildings, planes, and what was the other one?
Yes, celestials, fae, fiends, elementals.
Okay.
Other planes of existence and buildings.
So you get just kind of within your open range. You get a lot of expected feedback with just the trees and the different plants in the area. I know you weren't asking for animals, but you specifically don't get any animals back. There does not seem to be any animals within your range. You do notice because you have kind of a circle of area you can cover that you can feel. But in the direction of the citadel, it's almost like there is a chunk cut out of the circle that you can feel, and you can't feel beyond that point.
Okay.
Outside of that, you don't feel anything unusual.
All right. I look at Frankie and say that there's like a dead zone in nature when I try to spread my senses out and feel the world around me. And I kind of point towards the citadel. I was like, you guessed it, coming from there.
That's unfortunately not surprising. Y'all just
If we need to send any messages, I suggest we do that before we go in.
Can we just teleport the whole place to the sun?
Of course. Everyone looks at Frankie. Huh?
Not sure that would work.
Well, you didn't think it'd work when we took that guy to the sun?
That is true! Give it a shot!
Hey.
The whole world gets teleported to the sun.
Ah, crap. We ended existence.
Yep,
On
happens.
the bright side, we don't have to fight the dragons anymore.
Oh no, they survived!
If only it was that easy.
Space dragons.
Like, how'd you know that's what we were gonna do?
Oh, y'all, does anyone else want to try anything, or y'all just gonna creep up on the... Keep advancing?
I do keep Pass Without a Trace up on us. Not that it might help with creatures as
Okay.
powerful, but just to make us all a little stealthier in our approach.
Everyone give me a stealth check. As you kind of
Plus
come
10?
up. Yeah, no, roll your stealth and add 10. Rygnerik's invisible as usual.
I guess it'd actually be 10 higher or whatever. But...
Yep.
Slorth.
That was a 25 for you, Dadrios?
15.
15. Well, add 10.
You did.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Oh, good to know.
Yeah. Because, like, I have +2 already from my dex, but I have disadvantage because my armor.
So, and Dadrios kind of lets you know that you are now approaching the entrance to the Citadel. And now, especially once you're getting closer, all of you can kind of see what Slorth had seen from up in the sky. This kind of almost circular-looking mountain range, though you can really only see the one side, but it seems kind of crescent around this entrance. You can also see what looks like a massive, almost like Grand Canyon that separates the path you're on and this kind of circular mountain range.
I asked him, was that always there?
Yeah, that's normal for you, Dadrios.
I also asked Dadrios, how well do you know this place? Do we want to come in through the front door, or do you know some more tactical entrance we could use?
It depends, because at the time I left, it was fine. It was not this bad. And I literally lived my whole life here. And it was pretty open.
So you know if there's like a storm drain or something we could sneak in through?
Or a side gate we could open up.
Dadrios, as far as you are aware of, this is the only entrance and exit you know about.
How tall are the walls?
You're not in that point yet in the description.
Oh, that'll all be easy enough.
But as you kind of all creep closer and kind of start keeping low and trying to get a lay of this kind of entrance, you see this massive canyon in front of you, and you see a very long arching bridge over the canyon leading to these huge, I believe they're like 40 feet tall, high stone doors that are currently closed. And in fact, I can show you what you're looking at. This, in fact, now we lost someone immediately, of course. Who'd we lose? We lost Liz. Give her a second to come back.
Pretty.
Yeah, Slorth, you actually recognize, if nothing else, the architecture of this does seem to be a very dwarven nature.
Stone cutting.
Yeah, make a stone cutting.
Hey, 23.
Just kind of judging by your experience with stone and what you can see in front of you, it does seem like the stone came from the mountain range itself. In fact, you can see a lot of it. A lot of this entrance isn't even like added; it's actually been kind of carved into and shaped up from the mountain itself. So it's almost all part of the mountain.
We're standing looking at these two giant dwarven pillars with dwarf pictures on them. It's like, I think it's dwarven.
Yeah. There she is.
Hi, sorry.
No worries. Can you still see roll 20?
Yes.
Okay, that is what you were looking at.
Okay, are we in combat? What happened?
No. You're
Okay.
As you approach the entrance to the Citadel, you see this massive gate with a bridge over a huge canyon. And Dadrios, when you left, the main doors, kind of right in the center there, were open, and your whole life they've been open. You weren't even sure that they, like, the closing worked on them because they've never been closed. But they are in fact closed as you're looking upon them today.
And how tall did you say those were?
I believe 40 feet. Let me double check.
Okay.
Yes, 40 feet high stone gates.
Okay. Where are we at? Are we?
You're still. I don't have a map for your exact location, but you're still probably like quarter mile back from this. This is a huge structure you can see from a distance, but you're still a ways back. Everyone, give me a perception check as you kind of inspect this entrance.
20.
Slorth?
25.
Dadrios, Slorth, and Ashling, you can see on your side of the bridge, you can see 4 heavily armored men. Well, 4 heavily armored people. You're not sure what gender they are. Posted there, standing kind of stoically, each with these long kind of pole arms, all wearing a long talbert with a symbol that you all kind of recognize of Dadrios' holy order on them.
Those guys usually there.
You've never seen more than 2 posted guards, and they're usually just there as kind of like the Queen's Guard. Like, they're there. Yes, they could kick ass, but they don't usually have to do anything, kind of thing.
Where exactly are they?
Do they look like the guards usually look like? Because I guess what I was asking.
They are more heavily armored than Dadrios is used to. This is on your side of this bridge.
How far away from them are
Bridge itself, or are they?
Say again?
Are they on the bridge itself, or are they like before it?
No, they are before the bridge on the ground itself.
So, Dadrios, can you tell us a little bit about the layout? Right, those towers appear to have flames at the top, so there's got to be some way to get to the top of them to light those, right? Is that, from like inside or outside or?
Be ever burning flames.
Burning flames. They're magic. They were put there when it was built and never have gone out.
The beacons have been lit!
I mean, basically.
I mean, we got magic forever torches.
A little smaller.
Yeah. Don't tell Frankie.
So
Are you
since
the
they're
one
still
that took my torches?
since they're still being stealthy, I ask everyone. I was like, I mean, if we don't want to deal with this, I could summon us 4 giant eagles. I turn into a giant eagle, and we all hop on and fly right over. We don't want to deal with.
Where are we flying? Like, there's a thing kind of up there way above the gate. Is that some sort of balcony that
That's what I was thinking.
people look out from? Can we go in there? Or there's stuff like off to the left?
So like ventilation. There's got to be
Does that
ventilation
go
in this
in
mountain.
there? Yeah.
So many entrances.
This picture is a bit artistic. The only opening you can see, at least, is the door. There are, like, you see the 2 towers, and perched above the gate is a large balcony, but you don't see, like, despite what the lighting looks like behind that on the picture, there doesn't seem to be an entrance behind that. It just looks like a place where archers or somebody could perch on.
That they
How
got there
how would the archers
from.
get there?
Slorth, with your 25, I would say you could see on the kind of side there a long ladder on the outside going up.
Oh, those poor archers. If anything goes wrong, they are stuck outside the castle.
These are dwarven archers back in the day too. It takes them. That's some heft and moving up there. So the off to the left, those are those entrances. Like, what do that look like off to the left?
Those look like abandoned external structures. Like, it looks like there seem to be different types of agriculture access and lookout points and towers and stuff. You see a few of those scattered kind of on the outside. From your perspective, you don't see anything that goes into the mountain.
So we don't see any other guards on the outside over here?
From where you are with your perception checks, you see the 4 guards for now.
I asked Dadrios, about how thick is that door?
Like, at least 5 Cs thick.
5 what?
Cs.
C's?
5 Cs?
Like, never mind. But it's pretty hefty.
Like, is it thicker than 5 feet?
Yes.
Pinchy, is that correct?
Yes.
Big boy. I can get us through it. Take a couple rounds, but I can get us through it.
How would you get us through it?
Stone shape. Excavating the stone, turning the stone into, I don't know, baseball bats. Just a row. Do penises like we did with before. Just make a row of them.
Just mold out penises until you have a tunnel.
Like the little piece of paper you cut, fold, and thing, and.
Yeah.
So,
I will say, even if we get through that, there's like 2 other walls and gates at least that we would have to go through after that. It's very fortified.
are there other locations where the walls are thinner? Like, if you went up on that balcony, is there stuff behind it where we could just go through the earth up there or something?
Always got to be ventilations.
Dadrios, you would know this. The entrance itself, and I think I explained this a little bit, but just so you don't have to look it up. The entrance itself is a tunnel through the mountain. So everything that isn't that entryway is mountain.
So
how long is that tunnel?
It is a couple hundred feet.
With my 23 in stone cutting, based on my teachings and learning of ancient dwarven architecture and carving into mountains, has to have been like really the first thing you learn is how to build and carve into a mountain. I know there's got to be some ventilation shafts in this, because if this is the only way that air comes in and out of the mountain, it's gonna be a bunch of dead dwarfs, which may be how it ended up this way. But like, there's got to be ventilation, and I would know, like, normally they put them like around this part of the mountain above it or something like that, so it gets some fresh air, or below it so that, I don't know, it gets carried up and cycled through like a heating kind of thing, or cool air from the bottom cycles up to the top.
You've known dwarven structures of similar architecture.
So based off that, I could say, like, you know, if I had to guess, I'd say there's going to be some vents right that way. Or in this area here.
So you want to summon a bunch of eagles and like fly up there and look for vents?
I could fly us all where we want to go. Giant eagles. Biggins. Panda may have to get teleported, but...
Wait, are we from guards?
We walked past them already, just chatting amongst ourselves.
I mean, do you just want to go up by yourself and try talking to them?
That's what I was gonna try. If they're like, are we like in like behind some like woods or something, or just out of sight?
Yeah, y'all are. I mean, you're still like, the guards are mostly kind of dots in the distance. Y'all are still pretty far back.
Now, I did not detect any undead when I did my scan, right?
You did not, but that big blocked area,
Black zone.
Which, as you can kind of map it out in your head, seems to be right about where that canyon is.
Alright.
So yeah, do you want me to try to talk to them first and then come back with that plan?
I really want to know. I don't want to see what happens if they disagree with you.
I'll go with them and keep an eye on them.
I mean, no one's wanted us to come here yet. I doubt they'll be like, finally, Dadrios has returned to save us.
It's like, oh, welcome home. You know, You don't know.
Yeah, you owe me $5. Come here.
Because I don't even really know.
How's your mother?
It's very different from when I left, so. But yeah, I think I want to go try to talk to them first.
Okay. How far back do the rest of y'all want to hang? It's not like dense woodland up to it, but there are kind of it is kind of rocky terrain with scattered trees and stuff. There's a few nooks and crannies you can hide in within probably 200 feet or so of the entrance.
Straight up turn into a. Go ahead.
I was starting to get upset with you guys for ignoring me, and then I realized I was muted.
No.
Please
Dadrios,
say what you're saying.
Would you like me to come with you for charisma?
So
or do you have this?
Yeah, who's going?
Send one. We could send all. There's no use in just sending half-measured amount of people.
I mean, the question is, does him plus somebody else make it more likely or less likely that the people are cooperative?
He's going to turn into a hamster and get in his pocket. Okay. So, worst case scenario, I can put a hole in his pants.
I mean, just 2 people going up. Well, I guess, Frankie, are you wanting to walk up with everybody?
If the group is going, I'll go with you.
Okay. Although less people is probably more.
If y'all see a hamster on the ground doing this, it means come help.
Gets immediately stepped on.
I mean, if we want to send someone who's got the insignia, who they're maybe more likely not to treat as like an outsider, sending him by himself with a pocket druid is a way to go. If we want to send everyone, then we all go knuckled up, ready to dance. So I guess that's.
What we do is also just leave the Panda and just tell him to tell y'all to come.
Can he talk?
He can speak in one language that I can speak.
Which language did you choose?
Common.
Panda can talk?
Giant owl.
Technically, because of what we talked about, he could also just know thieves can.
God, I hope not. How would you even speak in Thieves Can't if you don't know, like, common? Thieves Can't Panda Talk?
Yeah, magic DS.
Okay, so are we going?
Like I said, I'm fine if we just send Dadrios as long as I'm, Pocket Druid.
Dadrios, you decide.
Yeah, I think I'll go with Pocket Druid and then leave Panda to communicate. And then we'll see what happens from there.
I say, okay, let's go, and pull the hood of my cloak over my head. Disappear.
Okay.
Just stay right behind him the entire time. I am both hiding behind him and invisible.
I was like, do you want to put out your hand and I'll just, I'll jump in there, or do you want to, me to, wrap around you, then turn? I'll just turn.
Dadrios, you want to be on him or the invisible guy?
I climb up his leg, get, on his shoulder, look around, then, is he wearing a hat? Is Dadrios? No, he has. Okay. Then I'll, go down and get in his pocket or something.
Okay.
So it's Dadrios, Invisible Rogue, and Pocket Druid.
Aisling, what are you doing?
I'll stay back with everyone else.
Okay.
Wait, I guess there is no everyone else.
Well, there's you, there's Frankie, there's Tickers, there's Smush, and there's Panda.
It's you and the NPCs, basically.
So technically, you have more people with you than are going.
Okay,
I'll stay back with them.
Okay,
we did get a rousing speech in the morning, right?
Yes.
But
that's 12.
I'm gonna inspire Dadrios real quick.
Okay.
A good idea, yeah. Appreciate it.
You can do it.
Butt looks great today.
So everyone.
Before we head out, I jab Dadrios in the back with a dagger.
I knew it.
Okay.
Thanks.
Is
it a net game?
It's like a
soothing.
So Dadrios, you feel immediate pain in your back, and feel this magic kind of course in you, and your vision kind of goes rainbow for a sec.
And now you can see me.
And yes, for one, you can see Rygnerik holding a dagger going,
Rygnerik stealth.
But glancing back at the Citadel, you immediately notice kind of where the cavern is, this enormous, just impossibly huge dome seems to be encasing the entire mountain range along the line of the canyon. You see it kind of shimmering with this weird kind of swirling white and green magic. You continue to approach?
Yeah, walking up slowly as I look at my character sheet for things I can do.
Okay. As you get closer, Dadrios, you in the lead, you can see these guards all have these kind of long, kind of poorly kept looking halberds, which is really not like your order. You normally keep, you're known for keeping good care of your gear, especially.
Yeah, because I've been gone so long, I'm the dirtiest one.
Holding the halberds in one hand, and they all have these kind of tower shields in the other with this kind of heavy armor. You can see they have the helmets they're wearing have kind of an open face with the metal plate kind of down the nose and a grid across the mouth exposing just their eyes. And as you look, kind of are able to actually see their faces, you notice that on all four of them, they just appear to be four men, their eyes are completely black.
That's a good sign.
And they're on before the canyon.
Yes, they are on your side of the bridge.
I'm gonna go ahead and use Divine Sense to know the location of any Celestial Fiend, Undead, or anything like that.
Okay.
I don't think True Sight quite covers that.
1 sec. Sorry. So, you cast the spell, and you immediately get feedback from the four men of evil coming off them, and it almost kind of comes off them like this black mist that seems to be swirling around them.
So, would I know this? Is it the same kind of stuff that was coming off certain people before I left?
It does look extremely familiar, yes. It seems the kind of weird stuff you kind of started to detect before you left, this seems like a much more festering version of that.
Wait, so this place was going to shit whenever you deuced?
That's why I left, to find out why it was going to shit, and if there was something I could do to stop it, because nothing on the inside was working.
You abandoned them?
No, kind of...
As they approach, this is your fault!
Why?
You did this to us! You could have saved us! Yeah.
Well, my shoulders kind of sink, because I know what that means.
You don't get an undead vibe specifically, but you get kind of this weird, almost undead adjacent vibe. They're definitely not undead, but they don't necessarily seem to be alive either, and you personally
I've seen it before.
Yeah, you are personally kind of familiar with this state they seem to be in. As you approach, as soon as you're within probably 60 feet of them, they don't seem to react prior to that, but as soon as you do, all at once they drop the shields and put the halberds over and just watch you.
Weep, weep, weep! Kidding.
I kind of whisper back into my hood at Slorth. Although I guess he can't really respond. That we should.
You know Morse?
Tap 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 tap. That we should probably just try to do that sneaky way in, if possible.
Turns around and walks away.
Y'all back up?
I mean, I'm in the pocket, so...
With my shoulders kind of sinking down a bit, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you do know you, as a paladin of Saraviv, you are pretty well displayed. They don't seem to even give you a chance. They are immediately on guard the second anyone approaches.
Did they...
As soon as I saw that, I'm like, been here, not doing that.
Did he recognize any of their faces?
Make a perception check, Dadrios. If you know any of these people. No one you recognize, but you do know. I mean, it's like being in the army. I mean, there's a bunch of dudes you don't know. But yeah, you don't seem to recognize any of these 4 people in particular. So y'all backing off?
I am, yeah.
Okay.
I'm in his pocket, so...
Rygnerik, what are you doing?
Pickpocket.
I'm just following him, yeah.
Okay. You kind of, like, stop and kind of back up, and they stand there till you're probably about 150 feet away, and then kind of return to their starting position. Slorth, you're muted, I think, because I can see your mouth moving.
Can't hear me right now? Test.
Now I can.
Yep.
That's weird. I wasn't on mute.
I saw your mouth move, but nothing came out.
Wow. That went really well. That's what the little critter says in his pocket.
Boy, howdy!
It's Himtaro time.
When we get back,
So-
I pull my hood off, and I'm like, you didn't even try to talk to them.
There's no point. Trust me.
Yeah, religious people, right?
What? Yeah.
There's no point.
Yeah.
These cults, I tell you.
All right, so do we want to give... Oh, hold on. We don't even need to do that.
Wait. Is there any way we could get some, like, face paint and just, like, paint around my eyes black, and then me just kind of, like, NPC across the bridge?
It's up to you.
He's like, I've been on patrol.
Francine's like, well, why don't we just teleport inside? We can get around him that way.
No.
Last time we tried to teleport here, we ended up on the Far Realm. But I suspect that was Mr. Sunly. Friendly.
I don't know for sure, though.
Mr. Hot
And-
Stuff.
I mean,
Did
he did.
Dadrios tell us
Mr.
about
Hot
this
Stuff.
giant black dome?
It was not there when I left.
You told us that you saw it, right? When you got stabbed?
After I
Yeah,
jabbed you?
Yeah, yeah. I'll tell y'all that I saw it and that it was not there when I left.
I can do my wild companion and have a little smaller eagle go scout the area, and I can see through his senses and use my knowledge of dwarven architecture to find us a event that we could all fly to.
Okay. What are you sending in?
Who's a stealthy bird?
Hawks are stealthy.
Where's my... I had a list for the ones specifically for the spell. Hold on a second. Sorry. Wild companion.
While he's looking that up, as soon as I was alone with Frankie, I turn to her and I offer her a drink and I ask her if she'd teach me some of her wild magic.
Okay. She immediately and graciously takes the drink and just... Do you hand her your flask or what?
I like pour a drink. I like pour us both drinks.
Okay. Yeah,
However, I'm a big fan of her work.
She immediately just downs the whole thing like a shot. And she's like, well, wild magic is not something you really master. It's more of you get to the point where you can work with it enough without having half your limbs turned into jello most times.
Mm-hmm.
I could try to teach you something.
That would be great. Because
I
that's
get it.
that's what makes magic fun, am I right?
I could, sure. This isn't really the best environment for that, but assuming we're all not dead at the end of this, I would be happy to teach you something.
Yeah, I mean later. I'll take you out to drinks. We'll talk. I pour her another one.
I get it. This is the hard sell. Like, it's not one you master overnight. Okay, how much we talking, Frankie? She might be interested in your rapier, because that's kind of wild, isn't it?
A little bit.
Do you show it to her?
Oh yeah.
She takes it and she you can see her cast Identify on it, and she's like, "This came from. You didn't. No, we closed the portal before you passed through, right? Yeah. This is from the Chalt Forest."
Oh, neat. Yeah, I pulled it off a skeleton right outside the portal.
Yeah, this is definitely a weapon of wild magic. This is a very valuable weapon. She kind of hands it back to you.
Yeah, I'm pretty fond of it.
Be careful with that. It's
I usually am.
exploding.
You did kill a bunch of my apes.
The whole party.
Hold on now.
I said I usually am.
I don't even know why I had to look up what I should turn into. Or what I should have. I'll send out a raven, because if no one's gonna look at anything, and I can
Okay.
make him look like a grungy, fucked up, recently dead raven, but still
Yeah,
alive,
that's fine.
kind of.
Feathers kind of weird and one eye kind of clouded over. Easy enough.
There we go.
Where are you sending him?
The locations highest to least chance likely, based on my knowledge of Dwarven architecture, where I would find air vents or sewer.
Okay, so you want to actually send him to, the mountain itself to kind of hop around and look around.
Yeah, he's just scouting the areas that are going to be most likely that are closest to us that would have.
Are you going
either
past the bridge to do this, or are you just staying way back? Okay. So you get in your eyes of your raven and you start coasting over, and you kind of glance down at the guards to see how much attention they're paying you, and they don't seem to be bothering you at all. None of them even look up. In fact, you think maybe a raven was the right animal for this, and you through the raven you give kind of a look at the front door there, and start to glide off to the side and cross over the canyon. Poof!
Lights out.
Your raven, and you are immediately snapped out of it and back to where you're standing. Anyone else that's watching the raven sees this bird, as soon as it starts to cross the canyon, suddenly go poof, and just completely flatten against an invisible wall and slide down it dead.
Cabin in the woods. Gotcha.
Cabin in the woods, yeah.
I get excited. Like, aw, I liked him. Poof, here's another. Okay, so...
Machine gun ravens into it.
There's no problem I can't machine gun ravens into. There's gotta be a weak spot here somewhere.
So is why are the guards bothering to guard the place if they have an impenetrable
Always just
sphere around it?
fly by the guards and get to the door and take them. I could take out the bridge pretty quick.
Well, is the sphere is there an opening in the whatever sphere of force?
Dadrios, because you're the only one who can actually see this, you don't see any opening, including across the bridge.
Really?
Summon a gecko and have him climb up the invisible barrier and see if maybe there's a hole in the top.
Did the bird, I mean, I know it only had 1 health, but, did it seem to... didn't get, eradicated or, burnt?
It seemed to only take impact damage. It didn't seem to, get electrocuted or anything. It just wasn't expecting a wall to be there and snapped its neck. Just burned into a window.
Happens at the work office all the time. We'll be in a meeting when we used to go into the office way back when, and thump, oop, that was a bird.
Yep.
Oh, poor baby.
I got that a lot at Plano.
Oh.
Scroll of Windex field, yeah.
But yeah.
Well, now you
Yeah.
know where it is to take it a little slower.
Yeah, I could do that. But he's not going to be able to feel around the area for an entrance.
Well, do you think it only blocks magic stuff? Because if it blocks like actual people, we are not going to be able to get through it either.
Try throwing a rock at it.
I had Dadrios a football.
Where did you get a football?
You don't have footballs?
You see Francine kind of watching this whole situation.
Sarah Vive spell. Summon football.
Yeah, summon football. Throw a chair at it. You watch Francine take out one of these crystals and crush it, and she makes the 6 orbs in front of her and kind of studies each one of them.
Do you just get random spells every time you do that? Do you have any control over it?
I am presented with options that I can utilize if they're not too damaging. Thanks to these crystals she shows you. She's got kind of a whole pouch full of these little crystals that she's able to kind of crush and use.
Dadrios, you can dispel magic, right?
Yeah.
Or
Do you really think you'll be able to dispel
No, because
giant
She kind of shakes her head.
sphere?
maybe put a hole in it long enough for us to pass.
How far away are we from it at this point?
Probably about 200 feet.
I knew one of us could dispel. I think someone could remove curse.
yeah, because last time we did that, somebody used dispel magic and somebody used curse.
Okay, but do we need to attack the guard so that we can just walk up to it and poke at it? Like, are you going to be able to do that?
I want to actually send Panda up back to where we were originally. I'm gonna have him move up.
You gonna have Panda approach the guards?
Yeah, basically until they do the thing again.
Ooh, he can cut him away.
Yeah.
You have Panda
I
walk
don't
up.
imagine all of them would go, but
You have Panda walk up, and he gets within about 60 feet before they kind of
Flicks him off.
step up and ready themselves.
I'm gonna have him keep slow down a bit, but keep going until they actually do something.
Okay.
Keep approaching.
They run. They were cowards the whole time.
He actually has the bear allergy. One of them does. You know.
They just explode.
Yeah.
He gets 50 feet, 40 feet, and they're all, blades pointed at him, eyes trained on him. 30 feet.
Serpentine to see if they kind of do the. Yeah.
Yeah.
How does
Go ahead.
How does Panda work? Like, if he dies, does he reappear? Or...
It's a new panda every time.
Oh.
He just poofs and it's the same one next time. He just kind of goes back to the celestial plane for a bit.
Gotta make new friends with them.
20 feet.
you-
Is he going to keep walking?
Could you have him take Slorth's explodey thing up there and just blow himself up? Suicide Panda?
They don't take action. That's sad. I don't like this idea.
Yeah, so ask him how he's feeling.
Panda's about 20 feet
Like,
away.
what-
Is he still walking?
Yeah.
Okay. He gets within 10 feet, and the 2 front guards take shots at him. One miss, one hit.
He's not very tanky, so.
Where's my? There it is.
How far away from an edge are they?
1 sec. Panda takes 12 points of damage
Okay.
as he
And
managed to evade one
10
guard, but the other one catches him.
And you said within 10 feet?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna have him back up to just at 15 feet. Or I'm
Okay.
gonna have him start, kind of hastily retreating and see if they follow.
Okay. They're gonna get 2 attacks of opportunity on him.
Oh, wait. Well, then.
You got within their range, and now you're leaving their range.
That's true.
Should point out,
Didn't
Panda.
he
If there's,
withdraw
if
or
there's
whatever?
if there's 2 of them, can I use his action to disengage one of them?
Yes, and I'll say you disengage the one that hit, because 1 miss, 1 hit.
Either way, that 12 points was out of his temporary hit points because he got roused by the speech too.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. I did not think of that. Nice.
Yep. So
he's technically at full health now. Yeah.
luckily, it caught mostly fur, but yeah. And then they both kind of take another swipe at him, but he manages to back away in time, and then they return to their position,
follow.
watching him. They don't follow.
So we know their range is 10 feet with the halberds. And you were asking how close they were to a cliff.
Yeah.
They're probably 20 feet. It's kind of they're landing here, and there's two big pillars behind them, and in the middle is kind of the bridge that goes back. So they're
Got a map for this by chance?
I don't. I can here. You know what?
Probably not intended to kill him then.
Never assume anything.
Didn't have a map of the sun, but
I
Well,
did not
here's the
have a map
question.
of the sun.
Are we ethically
Right there.
comfortable killing them?
No. That's kind of why I backed off earlier. Like, we could probably take them and not have a good time doing so. And even if we did, it wouldn't necessarily... And I'm not really good at explaining it in character.
Like if they are mind-washed good guys,
Yeah,
like, yeah.
basically.
brainwashed, whatever.
point
Do
they're
you-
double.
Do you want me to try charm person or suggest to just get them to let us through?
I think Charm...
They're double brainwashed
No,
cultists.
wait. So, would I know, I guess, what class they would be if they're all in the same army?
You are all paladins, as far as you know.
Then Charm probably would not work.
Okay, so these kind of pink squares are the guards. These behind them are these two. You can't see my mouse. These are these kind of massive pillars behind them.
Nice map.
Hey, old school D&D. And
If
then
they
the
only
bridge.
attack within 10 feet, we can just walk straight between them and be fine.
I'm sure they'll get closer. I wonder if I can Misty Step through the barrier. I don't know what I do afterwards, but
Maybe if you're able to Misty Step through the barrier, I can probably Dimensional Door through the barrier.
can you bring one person or can you bring multiple people? I forgot.
I think only one.
Dimension Door is one willing creature and yourself.
Can you take anybody with Misty Step?
Nope.
While we're thinking of other things, I'm just gonna keep trying stuff. I'm gonna myself go up to where Panda is.
Okay.
And I'm going to try to channel divinity, turn unholy. on
Okay.
the guard.
Just let me. Let me throw you on the map real quick.
Plan stuff out.
So we got something to look at. Where is your icon?
Okay, so here's my idea. I walk up there invisible, tie ropes around each of their feet, give the rope to Panda, and have him just start running.
That would work.
Ledge.
No, I like that one.
I was not thinking the ledge, I was thinking just away.
You cast. What was that spell again?
Channel divinity, turn unholy. I guess just turn unholy.
Makes them quake in their pants.
Let me look at that spell real quick, because I don't remember off the top of my head. Turn the unholy.
Yeah.
It's more of a class ability than a spell, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I need to make sure what it does.
Any undead, fiend or undead within 30 feet makes a wisdom saving throw.
They do not react. It doesn't seem to have an effect on them.
Okay.
I just want to double check.
I guess I'll just try to like shout out, just like a, "Hey, how's it going?"
Okay.
If I get any response.
Kind of yell at them. No response. They're just kind of holding their positions.
Can I come home?
No response.
Can we just talk to your boss?
Well, what do we think about playing panda rope?
I like it.
Yeah. Because I'll kind of mention, like, I would like to avoid killing them if possible.
Did they seem like they gave Rygnerik any mind?
When we walked up originally.
Yeah, when he approached, they definitely seemed to immediately turn hostile to him.
No, I mean Rygnerik.
Oh, Rygnerik. Hard to tell. Since he was right next to Dadrios, they kind of reacted when Dadrios got close, so whether or not they saw Rygnerik, you can't really tell.
I mean, it's worth a shot. We're just trying things here. They don't seem to be leaving, so we're...
Do we feel like Panda could easily drag
Wrong boy.
4 of them? Just keep going. Right, if they're being drugged by their feet, they're not going to be easily able to...
Also, his strength is actually higher than mine.
Grease,
yeah,
grease.
He's pretty strong.
Cast grease on their boots.
Yeah.
They just go sliding,
Does
skiing.
someone have grease?
I don't. Almost mandatory for Pathfinder, but not so much in 5e.
I mean, can we just pull some out of your hair?
That's troll grease.
Both your beard and your armor are pretty greasy.
I mean, you could also just summon something big, and we tie like 2 of them to Panda and 2 of them to
Rhinos.
whatever.
There we go.
Both directions.
Cast magic circle with that wand left.
Okay.
That's a finite use item.
What's the range of Magic Circle? 20? 20
I didn't say I'm
radius?
using it. I'm just saying I still have it. But yeah.
Okay.
Just mentioning that I still have it.
Okay, does anybody else have a spare rope? Your adventurer, surely you have like 50-foot ropes on you, right?
Pull like dreadlocks of my beard hair and hair that I've fashioned into rope.
No.
Focus, whiskey, and mess kit.
My
Rope hempen, 50 feet.
Okay. So what do you think? Do you want to summon a rhino, and we come up to like a rhino and a panda?
Worst case scenario, we can just kill them with the rhinos, right?
He doesn't want to kill them because they might be good guys that are brainwashed.
Yeah, but like, I mean, so could Mr. Friendly, right? He could have been a good guy that got brainwashed.
He did not look like a good guy that was brainwashed.
I mean, he had darkness on the inside. So do these guys. If we're splitting hairs over here.
So when you summon a rhino, do you automatically just do 1, or is it more at once?
Can do more. Let me see, real quick. I can cast at a higher level. Your animals, 2 beasts of level 1. Level 1, I could do brown bears, dire wolf. Get 2 of those. Giant octopus. That could make for a, hey, you asked for grease.
More ink.
I mean, frankly, right, if you think
Continue.
about the scenes of like a horse running away with a rope tied around someone's foot, they're going.
I could do... Yeah, I could do 2 brown bears.
Okay, so how about this plan? I take Pocket Druid. He casts Pass Without a Trace just to make me super stealthy. We sneak up there, like, you know, you can summon a couple rhinos to go up there with us. You give me one of your ropes. I tied one rope around the two on the left and handed it to the left rhino, one rope around the two on the right and handed it to the right rhino, and then you just tell them to run opposite directions.
So the rhinos are just standing there like, these guys are like, hope those rhinos don't get glass!
And then, how long do they stay around? An hour?
At least.
These guys just end up an hour away of rhino dragging.
I'm really just gonna tell them to go over the ledge. And be like, I thought I said down the road.
Don't send them over the ledge. We want our ropes back in a couple hours.
We want our ropes back!
So, we want the rhinos, like, there, right? Is what you're saying? We want them, like, there already, and you're just gonna, like, they're just gonna be looking at these rhinos, and all of a sudden they're gonna see a rope tighten, and whee!
Yes, that is the plan.
I like it.
Yeah,
I can tell them to go straight to the sun.
Are we doing this?
I'm ready and able.
Okay,
Yep.
so
Okay, we do this.
what are y'all
Sure that
doing?
I'm gonna be here and make sure they're all still looking at me.
Okay, where are you summoning these rhinos?
I mean, I think we're summoning them, like, way far away and then walking up, right? Kind of out of sight. Summon the rhinos.
I mean, they're rhinos. They're probably going to be seen.
Yeah, they're gonna be seen, but the point is to, like, us not to be seen. Dadrios can walk up with the rhinos, so, I mean, he's already walked up with a panda, right?
How many rhinos are you summoning?
Well, I could also do, like, 4 apes.
I feel like for yanking someone off their feet and running, a rhino is probably better than
Yeah,
an ape.
okay. We'll do 2 rhinos. Yeah, 2 rhinos. They're both level 1.
Okay.
And so I could do 2 beast challenge rating 1 or lower at 3rd level casting.
Okay.
So we bring the 2 rhinos up to, like, here or whatever, right? Kind of just right where they won't attack. And then I go, turn invisible.
There.
Have them turn around.
Okay. So 2 rhinos walk up and show their butts to the guards, as the guards kind of shield
that's how
up
jokes start, right?
and watching them. 2 rhinos walk up to a bridge.
And then Dadrios, or not Dadrios, Slorth, you're casting Pass Without a Trace before we go up too, right?
No,
you do
because
that?
that's... Oh, wait. Wait, is it concentration? I forget.
Yes.
Yeah, it is. Oh, yeah, I can't do that as well as have the rhinos up.
That makes me sad, Z's.
Sorry. If
That's
my
okay,
staff
though.
could maintain it, it would, but I'm not that lucky.
Okay. I guess I won't do that. Are you coming with me as my little pocket druid?
Sure.
Okay.
I got lots of options that end up in dead paladins.
So you're turning invisible?
Yes.
As you put the cloak up, everyone can now see a floating hamster.
Okay. We'll leave the hamster behind.
I get a stealth roll as a hamster. I'm actually a weasel, truth be told.
To be a stealthy.
Floating
Yeah,
weasel
but-
then.
I'm still looking at Rygnerik like nothing happened. Because I
Never mind.
What did you even do?
Make the rhinos start dancing. This is a distraction.
Okay. Well, I will go up there, try to tie ropes to all
Okay.
4 of their
You
kind
have
of around them.
you have 2 ropes.
I have 2 ropes.
Okay, you have 2 50-foot ropes.
Uh-huh.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 10. Okay. I would say, and we'll resolve this in a second, but you are capable of, like, 1 rope to the 2 guys on the left, and then 1 rope to the 2 guys on the right, to the rhino.
Yep.
Okay.
That's the plan.
So give me your stealth check.
Who, me?
Rygnerik.
Oh.
Are you floating hamster with them, or floating weasel with them?
No, I left the hamster behind.
Okay.
I could go around the edge.
So there we go.
Okay.
31. Not counting. Does invisibility give you a bonus, or you just?
You would have advantage, yes. Okay, which one you doing? Which one you tying up first?
Left.
They don't seem to respond as you approach. Left, close, or far?
I guess close.
Okay.
I think you do far, just so no one behind you to see.
I need you to make a sleight of hand check. You are physically touching them with this rope, so you're gonna have to try to do it without them noticing. What is their perception? Not great, actually. Okay. So, well, actually, there is a floating rope heading towards them.
I mean, don't my
So his equipment doesn't turn invisible?
I mean, anything I'm wearing or carrying is invisible.
Not if you continue to keep it wrapped up and tucked in you, yes, but not a dangled out rope. The entire length of the rope is not invisible, no.
Okay, so...
Yeah, they can see the rope tying around their leg. The first one's going to take
Aren't they paying attention to the rhinos, though?
They're paying attention to the rope that's floating towards them.
No, it's not, I mean, it's not floating towards them until I start putting it down around their feet, right?
Like, let's say that he went behind the one on the left, the far one on the left, so that he's behind them, and he wouldn't see, like, a rope go around his foot, like someone tying your shoelaces behind you.
They can still see Okay, I'll give you this. Do you want to sneak all the way around and come around the back?
Sure.
Okay.
I mean, I'm invisible. It doesn't really...
Well, it's going to take you a little while. How long are your rhinos for? They're for a while, right?
An hour.
Okay. It's going to take you about half an hour to very stealthily sneak far enough away that you don't think they're going to see you. Okay, so we'll say you're hitting the back.
Well, yeah, why is he doing that?
I don't understand what's going on.
Okay, so if you let me bring it up here.
Okay, like as long as the rope is curled up in my hands, it's invisible, right?
Yeah, if you come at them from the front like that, they're gonna see you because it's a floating rope.
But it's not floating until I unwind it, right?
Yes, but as soon as you tie it onto the first person and drag it to the second person, there is now a floating rope at their feet. A very obvious rope now tied to one of their legs that they can see.
But hey, I love them.
And they're probably not looking at their feet, right? They're looking at rhinos. I don't know, how often do you look at your own feet when you're standing around?
Able to get the two guys in the back, no problem.
So what I'm saying is you can go like way out to the side and then come in, kind of sneak in from the back there, whichever side, and tie the rope to a back guy and then try to tie it to the next guy if you want to do that.
Yeah, but I don't need to do that to get to the back guy, right? Because the rope is still like...
Well, yeah, that's true. You could go straight to the back guy. You're right. You're right about that.
Yeah,
okay.
So I go straight to the back guys.
Okay. You did successfully tie the rope around the back guy. Make a sleight of hand for the next guy.
Okay.
Does he get a bonus for sleight of hand when he's invisible? No, not that matters. Same check.
No, because he is physically touching them. However, yeah, he rolled bad, so...
What if me and Panda also start doing like a silly dance?
Make a performance check.
Yo, why is Ashley not doing the performance?
The panda starts bumping. Well, then they know they got 12 guys in front of them.
It's up to you. If Dadrios, do you want to do it? Make a performance check. If Ashling wants to go up there and help you, then one of you can make it with advantage, or you can both roll individually. It's up to you.
Ashling sees dancing. I don't think she's staying away. She's like, "Ooh, dance party!" Cartwheels over.
So, do you want to roll?
At the very least, I'll drop a beat for you.
Do you want to roll separate, or have one of you roll with advantage?
I'll have
beatboxing.
As Asling do it because I'm sure it's better than mine.
Okay, Ashling, roll roll performance with. Actually, you know what? Roll deception.
Oh, but I rolled really well on my performance.
Keep your roll.
Same
What'd you
die.
get?
Just use the same die.
Yeah,
Actually, my deception is the same as my performance, so can I just use the same roll?
Yeah, use whatever roll you did. What'd you get?
Okay. Do I still get advantage?
Yes, because you and
31.
Dadrios are both. No problem. Yeah, their eyes are... They're trained on you as the most predominant threat in the area. There's
As
a
they should be.
There is a slight look of confusion, but they are definitely trained on whatever the hell this scene is in front of them.
She sends dudes to the sun. She is the danger in the area.
Rygnerik, give me one more sleight of hand to make it from the person to the rhino without them getting noticed.
Is that sleight of hand or stealth?
Sleight of hand.
Okay.
You're trying to do the action without being seen.
That was a 14.
Okay. They are going to see the rope. The one in front looks down at the rope. I'll say make a dex save.
You hear, yeah! From the background.
I'm giving you a chance here. Make a dexterity save, Rygnerik. Or, I'm sorry, make a dexterity check, not a save.
Oh, let me figure out what the difference is of my number.
This is going to see if you
Okay.
can latch it, because as soon as he sees the rope, he's going to follow the rope down to his ankle and cut it.
So that's a 16.
I yell, as soon as they look down, I yell, yeah!
You yell, yeah! And both rhinos take off, but he cuts the rope. And the one behind looks down and cuts his rope.
They can seriously cut through the rope in one quick motion like that.
It is a
reach
rope,
weapon?
so yes. Say
How
what?
about a reach weapon? Like, hard to get it when it's right that close.
I mean, they can grab lower on the halberd. They don't have to hold the very end.
You can attack roll on the rope.
A rope does have an AC and has a hardness you gotta break through.
You now have, I'd say 30 feet of rope, Rygnerik. And
I think that's
against you.
BS. The way a rope is braided, it would have to be taut for you to get it in one clean swipe.
It's only
And
got 2
if
hit
it's
points.
taut, and by the time the rope is taut, they would have already been pulled off their feet.
Also, didn't you say their weapons were in bad shape?
They are. Hemp rope is not. It's not magical in any way. It's just plain old rope. It's thin.
If I went and got
not
a
hard to
plain old
cut.
rope right now, I would not be able to cut through it in one swing with a very sharp knife.
A
it
hemp
wouldn't
rope,
happen.
yes, you would actually. They have cut the rope. I'm sorry. And they
Yeah,
are.
so can we kill these dudes already?
I mean, I'm invisible. I'm not offering an opinion.
I'm also going to mention to Slorth, since you're the most keen on it, it also might not be as easy as you think.
Are they gonna grow extra arms and teleport us to the far plane? If not,
No.
then there's really not much we can't deal with. Like, we could try to subdue them, tie them up, as long as it's, with slightly braided steel, hempen rope, or manacles or something.
Ugh. Fine, right? That's
The two guys up front step over and take a more defensive formation.
The rope starts to retie. They don't even notice it.
Tie the two halves together. Your rhinos are over.
So wait, they still have a rope around the ankle. They just cut the lead off the rope, right?
the front and back one cut the rope between them, but it is still tied around their ankle. Yes.
I mean, thread the needle and let's get these boys rolling.
Sure, I'll take a shot at the two in the front. Like you bring the rhinos back, I assume, right?
Yeah, like beep beep beep.
Sure, why not? They know what they're looking for. We can take a shot at it.
So, tell me specifically what you're gonna do, Rygnerik.
Guys are really dumb.
You know what? I'm gonna like. I don't know how much length of rope is left coming off of them.
There's just like the guy in front has maybe like a foot on front and back wrapped around his ankle, and the guy in back has maybe like 2 feet hanging off. And then you have about 30 feet in your hand.
Can't you do something with rope?
I mean, you can do a lot of things with rope.
No, or is it a special rope you have that you can throw up in the air, right?
Well, I've got the magical rope that the rope of climbing.
I'm just gonna see real quick.
That I used before for.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
If this citadel is filled with guys you don't want to kill, this is going to be a real tough adventure.
I mean, we'll kill them if we have to. If we can avoid it, that's preferred. But if we have to,
What are you doing?
I'm still twerking.
Well, let me move you up there. Yeah, so both
I'm waiting for one of you to do
Rygnerik,
something.
Dadrios, and Panda are still like flossing
The flossing.
and still putting on this kind of obscene show.
I imagine the only move Dadrios knows is the robot. But he does it really well.
and it's the only one I can do in my armor anyway, so I just go with it.
He thinks he's disco dancing.
Clang, clang, clang,
But
clang.
Come on. Okay, so we got 2 loops.
I sneak behind the one in the back on the left.
Pants him. Just pants him.
I drop a stick of dynamite that is set to go off in 6 rounds.
Okay.
He's not looking down behind him, right?
They make noise.
It is making a noise,
How
but
much noise?
the twerking and dice rolls provide enough of a distraction that they are like laser trained on whatever this scene is in front of them.
I mean, we could have trampled them. We don't gotta blow them to bits.
You can trample them as soon as it's set to go. I'll give you the hand sign for like 6 rounds.
The hand sign for I set up dynamite to blow up behind them.
And then I just go like, 80 feet away and shoot the guy as soon as 6 rounds is up.
Okay, what is the damage on the dynamite? I'm going to say he does not get a save because he does not know it is exploding behind him.
It is 3d6.
Okay, roll it, and what's the range on it?
Day I learned I could take dynamite to the face.
It's 5 foot.
It's just a 5 foot range?
Yeah.
Wow, dynamite sucks. Alright.
Yeah. That's why I figured it was just time to get rid of it.
So,
It's a Roman candle more than anything.
yeah, I mean,
wait,
that's
I've got 10 of them.
Oh,
Wait a second.
You could have timed this a little better.
Sorry. I have 10 of them, and you can hook together up to 10.
all right.
Each additional stick increases the damage by 1d6 and the radius by 5 feet to a maximum of 20 feet.
Afterwards, I thought that was concussion dynamite.
So,
Are you using them
instead
all?
of putting it on one of them, let's see, 10-foot radius, if I just put it, like, in the middle. 5, 10, right? Like here-ish. All 10 of them.
Make a... Just so I have something to roll against, make a sleight of hand. To see if anyone notices this... Okay.
rhinos to get the ropes and run.
Ooh.
The ropes attached to their legs and run.
How long's the countdown on that?
I am gonna set it for. I'm just gonna set it for 1 round and run in that scenario.
Okay.
'Cause- Yeah, and if I'm doing all of them, I might as well.
So,
Are you really doing all of them?
Go off.
Three of them failed to notice, but one of them got a natural 20 to notice the dynamite. What's the? Let me actually just bring up the dynamite so I can look at it.
So it's 5, 10, so it's 20 feet. So what was 20 feet away from the back ones? 5, 10, 15, 20. So like here, or front ones.
Yeah, I'll say you can hit all of them with it. Let me just see what the DC 12 Dex save. So one of them is going to save against it, and that is he succeeds. DC 12 half on a success. Okay, roll damage. Number 3 saves against it. The rest take full damage. $30 points of damage.
Yep. There's our opening round.
All right, everyone roll initiative.
Technically, there's some
Wait, do
surprise.
I get sneak attack on that? Oh.
No.
Precision damage.
18.
Okay, let me bring the tracker up.
Damn it.
I can't select my person.
Yeah, I don't have y'all on right.
14.
The other question is, are they all now deaf?
No.
I'm sorry, I'm blowing up your friends, Dadrios.
I was thinking just, bonking him senseless. You're like, you shouldn't kill him! Unless it's with dynamite.
Just got tired of monkeying with them.
And according to the roll earlier, I didn't know any of them, so...
You did not know any of these people. That makes it okay to kill them. So
Now you can't tell.
So none of y'all can see. In fact, Dadrios, you can see. Dadrios, you see Rygnerik doing this whole thing. But you watch him, and the rest of you can kind of see bits and pieces of this, like floating rope and stuff. But you watch Rygnerik kind of come up and try to tie them up, and the rhinos go, and it holds kind of doesn't really work out like you wanted it to. But then you see Rygnerik sneak back around and just like, you know what, and kind of bundle up this dynamite and twist all the fuses together and like
I bet
strike
he's watching in horror as he's dancing like,
yeah, definitely kind of like,
dear Lord.
At the last second, you see number 3 there, kind of like, and look down and see the dynamite and try to dodge out of the way, taking reduced damage. But as this dynamite just explodes out, in fact, I'm going to say...
prone?
Not prone, but it does kind of knock everyone back 5 feet. Whoops. Stay there. As this blast blows them all backwards. What were your initiatives? And I'll make it to where you can move your characters in a sec.
14, Slorth.
18.
17.
17. Ashley.
Yeah, and I just got a good old 7.
7. Francine. 8. It's Francine.
Also, I keep forgetting to ask because, like, for story reasons, it's assumed I always have my original greatsword on me. But is that just in the bag of holding?
If that's where you want to keep it, yeah.
Okay, I just didn't know if that was like too big to go into one, or how you would rule that.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm not gonna nitpick over that.
Magic!
Okay,
Yeah.
because I'm actually going to switch to that and hold it two-handed.
Okay. That's fine.
Unless that would take like an action or something.
I put my staff of woodlands back and I grab like a twig and I start charging at them. Yeah, let's all use something else. Woo!
I can't add a random shape to the. All right, fine. I'll just put something in.
Were you trying to add?
I can't add a random shape to the initiative tracker.
Oh. Yeah, why don't you just toss some tokens down?
Yeah, that's fine. How about you're an enemy? All right, that's just a placeholder for their initiative, which is a They go first.
So they didn't get knocked prone by the dynamite next to him?
No, not knocked prone, just knocked back.
That's interesting.
I mean, unless I misread it.
There's nothing on there for.
Yeah,
Oh. And badasses don't look at explosions either.
exactly.
Correct.
Okay, so it is their turn. Now that you've gone and done exploded on them...
Well, they don't know that we did that, let's be honest.
It was obviously their god. It happened behind them.
Yep.
He was displeased.
I tried to warn them.
5, 10, 30... 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30... Now they're going to advance on y'all. Number 3 is going to take a swing at Dadrios. That is a miss by a lot. Number 2 is going to take a swing at Ashling because y'all are distracting him. That is a 14 to hit. What's your AC, Ashling?
17.
Okay. So, ting ting, y'all both kind of, yeah, God, they're mad. Kind of dodge out of the way. Ashling, you're up.
All right. I am going to.
I'm gonna make a drink to move your character.
So, Charm Person is a charm. However, Suggestion is a control spell. So, I am going to. Never mind. This doesn't work well in combat.
And since I just had you all randomly kind of lined up at the bottom, you can kind of position your characters within reason within that space.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on the other side of the
Yeah,
force field.
Rygnerik's over there. Yeah.
So, how does non-lethal damage work in D&D again?
I won't. Basically, if you want to, like, if you're not trying to, I'm not gonna enforce too many, hard non-lethal rules. Basically, if you don't want to kill them, then I'll put them under the same system y'all get, where once they hit 0, then they'll get 3 death saves, or if you hit them, they'll get a crit, or things like that.
Which means we can blow them up all we want to.
Non-lethal dynamite.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
Taped it around a pillow.
So we had 3 rounds we could have gotten Mr. Friendly back from the surface of the sun.
Failing those saves real quick on the sun.
So actually,
the number 2 that's next to me, I am going to inflict wounds.
Okay, make an attack roll.
10.
So laggy, come on. 10? 10 does not hit.
Okay.
So you reach out and he just blocks you with his shield.
Alright, and then I'm going to inspire Rygnerik real quick.
Okay. Rygnerik, you're inspired.
Woo!
You want to move or anything? Ashling?
Nope, I'm good.
Okay. You want Sir Smush to do anything?
No, I would like him to stay back.
Okay, Rygnerik, you're up.
Okay, I will just shoot the one that Ashling is engaged with.
All right.
Is that after Rygnerik? Is that Cantros?
That's Cantros, yeah.
My man. This is where he totally redeems himself.
Definitely gonna happen.
24 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
30 damage.
On number 2.
On number 2.
Okay. You fire and you hit him kind of not quite in the back of the neck, but just down right from the back of the neck. Kind of sticks out the front. You got then it looks pretty hurt.
And then I am going to move further. I'm out of room away.
Okay.
Which one did you attack?
Number 2.
Number 2.
Cantros is up. He's going to 10, 15, follow that lead and flank across Ashling. And he is just the worst. First attack misses with advantage. Okay, second attack hits at least. Let's roll advantage.
He's only been a person for like less than a week.
Yeah, he's basically a newborn. He does manage to get a hit at least. He kind of slashes with one claw that kind of only finds armor, but he slashes with the other and manages to drop his dice on the floor, and it's gone forever.
Berserker Barrage!
Oh, God, I'm never planning that.
Dog's gonna eat it.
What is his? 4. 8 damage, not bad. And it actually gets a pretty good slash across his back. He's looking pretty hurt. Slorth, you're up.
Slorth, like, holds stiff, like he gets like a firm hold and like changes his location on the woodland staff, and casts as a bonus action Shillelagh, and it bulks up and like the knots get hard, and it goes from this not ornate, but this like pretty nature-looking thing to this big-ass billy club.
Yep.
And he just charges right up and goes to... He's flanking with bear, right? Polar bear, panda bear?
Yeah, I'll say... I'll allow it.
Yeah, he goes right up there and just sending him a big old wallop across the head.
Go for it.
It's 1, 2, 17.
Oh, that does not hit.
Plus 12 should have been a lot more. All right, each rhinoceros charges and faces...
let me
charges...
Control.
Yeah. They're going to charge the one closest to the other one. Because you got to move at least 20 feet when you charge. So the rhinoceros to the left is going to charge right, yeah. So they're both going to use rhinoceros charge. And that's going to be plus 7 to hit.
Okay, roll.
We'll say that one's for number 1. Okay. And this one's for number 4, 16.
Both miss.
Cool.
These are some pretty heavily armored dudes.
That's fine. So they missed. Doesn't take damage. Like I missed on my bonk. Alright, that's me.
Okay. Tickers is up. Tickers is going to take a page out of everyone's book and charge in there and make an attack. And miss.
I imagine Tickers always tries to Hulk out and turn into the giant lizard beast.
He takes out his sword, just rams in, he gets a good solid hit just right on the center of the armor, just kind of tink! Yeah. It's Frankie's turn. She is going to step over this way to this one, kind of next to Dadrios, take out a crystal and make her 6 orbs, and why not? So
eat to the sun,
and yeets him into the sun. see if I have an icon for this. So you see her like cock her head to the side, and she's like, why not? And she kind of grasps one of the orbs and flings it out at one of the ones in the back. And you all watch as, I'm going to use Panda's icon, but as a grizzly bear appears next to number 4, looking confused.
Slorth looks at her. Nice! With Panda, does it like slow down and like some romantic music starts playing in his head when he sees the grizzly bear?
Maybe. Oh God, Roll20 is lagging so much. Okay, let's see who's next.
Didn't know she was a Pokemaster.
Okay, back to the top. Number 1 is just got charged by a rhino, so he's gonna turn. He's gonna take a swing.
Dadrios didn't go?
I haven't gone yet.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just skipped right over you, didn't I? Let's keep me honest. I've been drinking. Dadrios, you're up.
First, since he's kind of I can't click on him, but just that way.
Oh, Panda.
Kind of,
Let me fix
yeah.
Panda for you.
Panda.
Panda.
Roll20 is lagging real bad for me.
Turns out Roll20 doesn't like it when you have like more than like 5 things.
I have like 2 Roll20s open, and I'm recording, and I've got Discord and about 6 other things open. So yeah, you should be able to control them now.
Yeah. So if he moves here, would that be moving out of range of anybody?
No, not technically.
Okay, so I'm gonna have him attack number 3.
Okay, make an attack roll.
Be a 23 to hit.
That hits.
So they got between 17 and 23 AC, or between 18 and 23 AC.
For a whopping 11 actually.
Hey, all right.
It's not bad for him.
So Panic
Did they
comes
do
out
any-
and carves a chunk out of the armor. What, Slorth?
Nothing.
Okay.
Alright, and then I'm going to use my bonus action to cast a magic weapon on my greatsword.
Okay.
And then I'm going to attack number 3 twice.
Go for it.
26 to hit on the first attack,
That'll hit.
and 15 on the second one.
15 misses.
Am I still inspired?
You didn't use it.
Yes, so
One
you
back.
can add a D8 to that. Yeah, that's still a miss, unfortunately.
Yeah. Alright, so damage on that. I haven't used it in a hot minute. 15 damage.
Okay. Slice in him. You take a big chunk out of his chest armor, and you can actually see blood. This kind of like blackish blood kind of oozing down him. Yeah, that's all you can do, right?
But right now, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I guess they technically have movement, but...
You could talk shit.
Yeah, you can
Wait,
talk shit.
actually...
Hmm?
The whole reason I had Panda attack first is so I would get advantage for him being flanked.
don't think
Okay,
it's like
yeah. Go ahead
Oh.
and re-roll. First roll, then second roll. First roll, see if you get a nat 20. Second roll, see if you hit.
My bad, y'all.
That's fine. Well, actually, you're not, because he's on this square here. You're not technically flanking, but, well, it's up to you. If you want Panda to move to flanking position, which would be more over here,
Then he'd get an attack.
he'd get an attack. So yeah,
Well, Panda's not the only one that has to move, right?
I mean, or you can move Dadrios over to here. It's up to you.
I'll do that and just...
Okay. Yeah, you stayed out of his range, so that's fine. So yeah, first roll. Yeah, okay. Roll for a second roll. See if that'll hit. Okay. Man.
Nope.
Same results. So, but you are now flanking for your next turn. Okay. Top of the round. I'm gonna take a super quick restroom break because I have drank multiple of these.
17.
Yeah. So I will be back in just a second.
I'm gonna get my other beer. Burp.
Yep.
Look at that good kitty! Oh, I love him!
Her name is Elfie.
I love her! Elk?
Elfie. Like, it's
Oh,
short for Alphaba.
You're a gentleman of taste, I see. I love it.
Her middle name is Natasha. Natasha Yar from Star Trek.
Hmm.
Yeah, she just chills up in that box whenever we're playing.
Oh. Mine has been very quiet this session. It concerns me.
Concerning, oh no. Hey, no computers getting turned off or anything, so...
No. Nothing's gotten destroyed. I've gone a whole 2.5 hours without paying attention to her. Oh, I see her. She's sleeping.
Talking about me. I heard you.
Okay, sorry about that. Looks like everyone's gone, so we'll give it a sec. Waiting on Slorth. Ashling, are you here?
Yep.
Okay, waiting
Thanks
on
for
Slorth then.
checking.
Yep, well, Dadrios.
Still here, it's just... This is a very old, weird camera. Like, it's as big as my thumb.
Interesting.
Like, yeah, if I move it any lower, the arm for my microphone actually blocks it.
Hmm.
So, yeah, because it's kind of far back.
Okay, all good?
All good. Y'all hear me okay?
Yep.
Yep.
Top of the round. Number 1 is going to attack the rhino next to him. That is a 15. What's the rhino's AC?
11.
So that is... I cannot keep a die on my desk. 12... No, I'm sorry. 22 points of damage to that rhino as he slashes across his front. Number 4... since Panda hit him last, he's going to spin around and attack Panda.
You mean-
Number 3?
Number 4?
Number 4... I'm sorry, that's the grizzly bear. No, 4 is going to attack the rhino. I meant to put a... He's supposed to have his name tag. Where's his name tag? Yeah, there we go. Okay. Sorry, no, he's going to attack the rhino.
His name is oddly enough Polar Bear,
Yeah.
even though he's a grizzly.
That is a 19 to hit the rhino.
It's a hit.
For 22 points of damage to the rhino.
They look mildly inconvenienced.
Yep. 2 is going to turn and hit Cantros because he's the one that hit him last. I keep dropping everything. Oh god, now it's in the dark space under my desk. Okay.
It's in the sunken place.
Yep. It's in...
Through Citadel Belbar. Under the desk.
Yep. Come on, flashlight. Fine, I don't want a flashlight anyway. Oh, that's 19 plus stuff, so... 23 to hit on Cantros, which hits.
Time we lose that dead weight.
Oof. Big hit on Cantros, 17 points of damage.
Cantros' max health?
You don't know. And then 3 is going to turn and swing at Dadrios. That is a 20 to hit, Dadrios. That hits, right? What's your AC? Dadrios?
Yes.
Okay. That's a 1.
My mic was turned down.
14 points of damage as the guard slashes out at you. Aisling, you're up.
Okay. I am going to attempt...
I'm listening, I'm just looking for this dice.
Okay. I'm just going to try to inflict wounds again.
Okay, make an attack roll.
Dude, we saw Plumber's butt.
I rolled a 1.
Aw, sorry.
Got my throat.
Thankfully, there's no one really around you to hit, but yeah, that misses. Do you want to move or bonus action? As I whap my mic.
Wait, you get advantage.
Correct, you are flanking, so roll again.
Yay!
Another 1.
I rolled another 1.
So, roll a d20 for me. Just give me another d20 roll.
Okay.
Fumble table.
So that would be a 16.
Roll damage for me.
Thank you for pitying me.
I'm not pitying you, I'm punishing you.
Oh no. 28.
28. So, you reach out and your hand gets knocked back by this shield, and you actually try to reach out again and try again, and he slams the shield down, and as you release the magical energy, he actually curves the hand down into you, and you pulse necrotic energy into yourself,
Oh, no.
and take 28 points of necrotic damage.
I am so happy I decided to throw that at a lower level. I cast it at a second.
Don't forget you had 12 temporary hit points to subtract from first.
Correct.
Oh, yay.
So did Cantros.
Yes.
Okay.
Move or bonus action?
I'm going to inspire Slorth.
Okay.
I really want to bonk with this stick.
I actually forgot to take the Grizzly Bear's turn. So I'm going to go ahead and slip him in there. He is very confused, and he's going to attack number 4. But that misses anyway, so it's fine. What is Sir Smush doing? Is he doing anything?
Whining.
That's fair. Rygnerik, you're up.
Okay, I'm going to move closer. Then I'm going to shoot number 2.
Okay.
So, 15 to hit.
He ting! Arrow bounces off of his armor.
Okay. Well, that's it for me.
Rolled a
All
2
right.
and a 5. Awesome.
Cantros is up. He's going to take another 2 slashes with advantage. That is a... first one misses. Second one hits. Let's see if I get a 20. No. 4. Now that I've found my d6. Whopping 5 damage on number 2. Ooh, number 2 is looking really freaking hurt, though. He kind of drops the halberd into the ground. You can see panting. He's got these slashes all down his neck and chest, and he's just pouring blood out. Slorth, you are up.
As he stacks on the halberd, Slorth looks at it, kicks it out of the way, and as he slips down, hits it with an uppercut.
Okay.
With the staff.
Make an attack roll.
Oh, hold on 1 second. If he hits, it will be 28 plus 6.
Are you going for a kill, or are you just trying to knock him out?
I only know one way to bonk.
Okay. I only know one way to bonk. 31 to hit.
That's without even adding the.
So he stabs his halberd down.
Wait, hold on. Was that with advantage? Is Panda still considered in?
No, Panda's out of range now. But I mean, you don't need the advantage. Trust me.
Okay.
He stabs his halberd down. He's trying to like put his weight on him to catch his breath, and you just kick the halberd up from him and do like a spin with your shillelagh and just clock him up. And you see his jaw just shatter against his skull, and his neck snap back, and you hear this cracking sound as his neck breaks, and he just falls straight backwards dead.
So Slorth's like looks back at Dadrios. I think we'll be all right, mate. Alright. Bonus action. Going to toss a heal at Ashling. Let's do
Thank
third
you.
level. And let's do Healing Word. 3d4 plus 4. 4 plus 4. Subtract 2 from this. I forgot to put a 0 from the healing totem modifier. Anyways.
Okay.
Oh,
So you get 10 points?
yeah.
Okay.
2 plus 4 plus 2 plus 4.
So 10 points of healing, Ashling.
Yay!
And I'm going to move. I think I can make it over here, right?
5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, easily.
Alright, that, and then Rhino's gonna Rhino.
Rhino's gonna Rhino.
So Rhinos are going for gore, 1 to 20 plus 7.
Both with advantage.
That was the one with advantage. I'll go and roll it to see if it's a crit. It is not.
They both had advantage.
Okay. So that's on number 1. Here comes number 2. Alright, so only number 1 gets hit.
Yep.
No.
Rhino do. Sorry, gore to hit. 2d8 plus 5. Hoo-wah. Nine damage to number 1.
Alright.
And that's move, bonus, and action. That's it for me.
Alright. Tickers is...
Charge straight for number 3.
He's actually going to follow you. You look so cool with what you're doing. He's going to charge up.
Oh.
And you'll notice a pattern with Tickers. He doesn't really know how to, like, use a sword exactly. He tends to just take the sword, hold it in front of himself, and run straight at his target and try to, like, impale it into him.
That's why I turned him into a giant rhino beast.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he does hit him square in the chest, but square in the armor, and kind of tink against him.
Guy didn't even move. He just saw that coming. He's like, yeah, go ahead.
Pretty much. Yeah, that's all Tickers can do. Francine is going to... No, she's going to stay where she is. That's her sheet. Take out a crystal and cast her wild magics. Some of these, I swear. Okay, she's gonna kind of look at him. She stares at one and she's like rolls her eyes, and then you see her sweep her hand. All 6 of them vanish, and she is going to
Cantrip time.
So just tell us, what was the one she rolled her eyes at?
I'll just for fun, I'll let you know what she saw. Caster becomes pregnant No matter what sex, if any, caster is 1 through 49% boy, 50 through 98% girl, 99 through 100% other.
Oh, that's what she becomes pregnant with?
Yeah. So she declined that one.
Like, it's not always the right time. You can't really...
Yeah.
I actually stumbled on the rules of what happens to your character if they're pregnant, and next time we're in town, Aisling would like to stop by a CVS. Just to make sure she's well prepared. Because it's not fun. You get disadvantage. You get negative modifiers to everything.
It's not great.
No, it's not.
So Aisling is going to. Let's see, who's looking most
She's
healthy
pregnant right
here?
now. We don't even know. She's been so...
4. Aisling. Frankie is going to. You actually see her make this very specific kind of arcane movement with her hands, and she looks at number 4 and she thrusts out and she speaks a single word in some kind of language that none of you recognize, and number 4 just goes and is immediately stunned.
I was about to say, if he's petrified, I got an idea.
Nope, he is stunned for 1 round.
That
Dadrios, you're up.
Advantage on attacks against him, disadvantage on saves.
Mm-hmm.
So just gonna circle this guy, and I'm gonna attack him again. 23 to hit on the first attack. Nat 20 on the second.
You're moving north?
Yes.
If you stay adjacent from Panda, you get advantage. Just to let you know. Since you already got a nat 20, reroll the first one. Okay, so both hit. One's with a one's a crit. So the second one's a crit.
Okay, so the first attack is going to be... Sorry, my cat was laying on my lap and jumped on the headphone cord.
Oh, kitty.
So first attack is going to be 20 damage.
Number 3, lost my pen, there it is.
And then the crit, you just double the damage, right?
Double the dice. So roll the dice and then double the dice part, and then you add the stuff after that.
So it would be, if it's 2d6, it'd be 4d6?
No, still roll just 2d6 and then double that number.
Okay. So, 34?
Okay.
So...
How do you want to kill him?
So basically, in that case, with the first swing, it's just going to be kind of a normal swing. And then before I do the second attack, it's going to be a stab. I'm going to kind of like grab him on his back and whisper a soft prayer and then just finish him.
Okay. So you slice him up and you cut across his armor, and you can already see he's pretty much bleeding out. And you just
soft, gentle, like...
Yeah, at this point, especially after the first attack, you can tell he's going to die of his wounds. And so you bring your sword up and you place it at a weak spot in his chest, and you say a gentle prayer of Seraviv, and you just make it just an instant kill and kind of softly lower him to the ground.
Rub-a-dub-dub, thanks for the grub.
I'm
I think
pretty
that's customary.
Pretty sure that's the prayer he said, yes.
I knocked this one's jaw. That's all I'm saying.
3 is dead. Panda still has a go, and I think you have a bonus action? Something?
I do have a bonus action, but I don't think there's any. I want to...
Okay.
No, I like the current spell I have up. But...
You can move now.
Yeah.
You're free to move if you want.
I'm actually going to have Panda move to 4 and attack him.
Okay.
If he's stunned, is that like advantage or what's the rule?
Yes, roll with advantage.
Okay.
Yeah, you see him, he's just kind of like locked up in place, like his muscles aren't working. So much better in there, correct? 10. Well, roll with advantage.
I did. They were both low because the first one was 14.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Yeah, Panda, he gets in, even though the other guy can't move, he kind of slashes at him, but he only manages to find the armor.
And I'm actually just going to go ahead and move kind of up here.
Okay. Panda, it is the Grizzly's turn. This bear is super confused. I'm going to say an even is Dadrios and an odd is the guard.
Panda should have been like, no, get the guy with that.
That's the guard. So yeah, this random grizzly who has just materialized in existence is going to continue to attack the guard.
See, I thought it was a friendly grizzly. Whoops.
I wonder if he's like permanent, like she just created a monster or created him, or if it's like summoned. If not, then he's gonna be my new mount.
Let me look at these stats real quick. That is a... Oh, he gets multi-attack. Good to know. Yeah, that hits. First one hits. Second one does not hit. Okay. That one D plus 4. Not bad. So this grizzly, like, sees you come up and just just takes another slash at this guard, just highly confused at the situation. That was, what is it, 12 on 4? Yeah, 4. Okay. Top of the round, enemy's turn. Number 1 is going to, I guess, turn around and swing at you, Slorth. Because you're the only non-animal attacking him, counting tickers.
I mean, the rhino did hit him.
True. That is a 20 to hit, which I think your AC is 20. Right?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay. Where did my D? There it is.
Temp HP, go!
14, that's 18 points of slashing damage. And number 4 is stunned. He gets to make a save, which he fails horribly. So yeah, that's their turn. Aisling, you're up.
Okay. I'm going to move up to 1.
Okay.
And I'm going to stab him with Warrior Shard.
Oh god.
Okay. Are you able to move your character?
No.
Where do you want to be?
Oh, wait. Now I can.
Okay. Okay. Make an attack roll.
Okay, and I'm flanking, right?
No, you are not, because you'd have to be 1 north of Slorth to flank. It's got to be a straight line across them.
Okay, I don't think I can get up there.
No, I don't think you have enough movement for that.
Shit rolls tonight, I didn't hit.
What'd you get?
A 2.
Yeah.
Altogether, it was a 9.
Okay, yeah. So you kind of bounce off of his shield. Bonus action?
I'm so useless today. I'm gonna inspire tickers.
Okay. You can do it, little guy!
You almost had him that last time.
Is there a smush?
He's gonna hang back.
Okay. Rygnerik. Let's do it.
Okay. I am going to shoot. That's a 29 to hit and 33 damage on number 1.
Okay. You kind of... This one actually hits him through the neck, and he's still alive, technically, but he is in bad shape.
And then I'm gonna yell some battle tactics to Aisling.
Okay.
Hooray!
Aisling, do you have advantage on your next attack?
Yay!
Where even is Kantros? Kantros is going to see everyone kind of swarming this guy and go up and join them.
I hope it doesn't kill him, because it's got a really cool way to kill him.
First attack is misses. Second attack Also misses. Yeah. Cantrell's comes in and just ting ting, and he gets 2 solid hits in, but it just kind of glances off the armor and just can't seem to find a purchase through the plate here. So yeah, Slorth, you're up.
I want to do 2 things, and depending on how the rolls go, I want to spell out how it goes. Cool.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to roll on number 1 advantage attacks for me and Rhino.
Yep.
So Rhino, that's going to be a hit.
Yeah, that hits.
And then for me, 18 hit.
18 misses.
Okay. 12, 12. All right. I go to swing again. I miss. Then I kind of grab the rope and tug it, so he lunges weirdly because the rope's still around his leg.
Sure.
So I grab it, tug it, and he lunges forward as Rhino hits him with the...
He's going to die with literally anything that hits him, so you can do what you want.
Yeah, there we go. All right, so I grab the rope, tug it, so lunges him forward as Rhino's coming up with the horn.
Ooh.
Like, right on the chin. I'm just messing up jaws today.
So yeah, you take a swing with your shillelagh, and he actually jerks back his head, but you use that opportunity to sweep low and grab the rope, sweep it out from under him, and he spins and he falls back right as the Rhino's coming up, and it's just straight through the brain, just instantly killed.
All right, other Rhino attacking with advantage. Miss.
Kitten, come here.
Hi. Oh, that was my new pet name.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I was talking to the cat.
Fine.
I mean, it can be.
Oh,
I mean, if you want to turn into a kitten, I will give you scritchies.
There you go. Okay, I'm sorry. What was the other Rhino? 16, 14. Yeah, that misses.
I could turn you into a cat, and like you'd see like what it feels like to be a cat.
I'd prefer if you didn't. But if you did, I'd probably just curl up with Search Smush until it wore off.
Okay,
that have good snuggle.
That your turn, a Slorth.
Oh, gonna send another heal. Didn't use a bonus action yet, so I'm gonna send another heal to Ashling. I'll do another one like last time. 3d4 plus 4. Another 10. I'm consistent if nothing else.
Okay, so 10 more points of healing to you, Ashling.
Yay!
You about good?
Oh no, yeah, I'm topped off now. Thank you.
And I'm going to move and have Rhino not move just yet because he can charge with it. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So I'll go over here.
Okay.
That's me.
Tickers is going to go charging in.
Actually, sorry. Rhino's going to move over here to get an angle at the charge.
30. Ticker's going to use action to move too. 20.
And he's got advantage now, right?
Stay out of range. The Rhino against 4 does.
Oh no, I thought Tickers did because he was oh no, Ashling inspired him, never mind.
Yeah. He's inspired, but he's too far away to get an attack in currently. Francine conjures her wild magic. Doesn't see anything she likes.
Shuffles her Hearthstone deck, doesn't like it.
Pretty much, yeah. Is going to go ahead and move up towards him. 5, 10, 15, 20. Can get right up on him. She's actually going to come up on him, and you can see this necrotic energy swirling around her hand. She's going to reach out and try to touch him with it. Oof, and she kind of gets on the armor, and you see the necrotic energy discharge on the armor, but she doesn't seem to be able to get purchase. Dadrios, drop.
Since this isn't a friendly grizzly, would it get an attack of opportunity if I moved?
You don't know.
That's a fair point.
That's something else I wanted to do on my turn. I'll be like, hey, Grizzly. The one in the whatever color, was it black armor?
It's kind of silver armor. Silver and blackish.
The one in the silver that you've been hitting. Keep hitting him. He's bad. We're cool.
Okay. Rygnerik, what are you... I'm sorry, Dadrios, what are you doing?
I'm gonna have move here.
Okay, that's fine.
Because basically just going around, but still
Yeah.
in range of...
He's got enough movement to manage it.
Sure. I'm gonna have a... Wait, did Slorth talk to the bear, or...
Slorth did say words at the bear, yes.
That he can understand.
That he can understand. He said something in bear towards the bear, yes.
Okay. In that case, I am going to walk around and see if he attacks me.
You haven't technically left his space, so he wouldn't get an attack of opportunity if he were to take one.
I'm going to attack.
You have enough movement to go around. Yeah, okay. Make an attack with advantage.
Alright, so, first swing. Cool, 28.
That
and
hits.
Second swing, another 28.
That hits.
So the damage is...
Shouldn't have been 4 rolls.
Yeah, go ahead and
I
roll.
only did-
Roll one more. I mean, you already hit, but see if you get a crit. Okay, yeah.
Dirty
so
20.
You got hits, though. Do your damage.
First swing. And second swing. Wow. Alright. Consistent, I guess.
He's looking really hurt, but he is still up.
You've made the same, like, a lot of your rolls are the same roll multiple times. 28, 28, 11, 11.
Honestly,
and earlier, you had another one.
I really question Roll20's randomizer. I think it's kind of crappy, but whatever. It's fine.
Just going in a cycle, and so if you click it fast enough, it does the same thing.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Well, not to go completely off a tangent, but a lot of randomizers, because a computer can't technically randomize something, like it's not capable of that except with extremely advanced programming. So a lot of randomizers are based off of time, like what kind of second or millisecond it is. So if you click something real fast, you can often get the same number twice. I mean, I don't know what Roll20 uses, but yeah. Anyway, bonus action, anything else you can do?
Or
Mr.
technically, Panda hasn't attacked yet, but I'm not going to have him do anything.
Okay.
Bonus actions, I think I still like what I have. Yeah.
Okay. It is the grizzly bear's turn. Still confused, still doesn't know where he is or why he exists. Someone did speak to him recently in grizzly bear, though, and just kind of, like, you can definitely see kind of a wild-eyed, confused look, but someone said attack this guy, so he went, alright, continued to attack him.
My man!
Wow, he missed, though. So he just kind of and just tries to maul at this guy, but just doesn't find anything but armor. The enemy, the last kind of guard, just completely surrounded, doesn't know what to do.
Was on his own den.
Is going to attack Frankie, apparently. Just kind of wildly swings at one of the people around him. And misses. Ashling, you're up.
Okay. We are... Stab.
With warrior
Can I
card?
roll well once tonight? Yes.
Okay, you are not flanking right there, because Panda is too far away. So just a straight roll.
Just one.
You have advantage though.
Yes,
Okay.
you are inspired, so you have advantage anyway. So there you go.
Well,
Or whatever. You have something on you.
Thank
I don't.
fucking
Tactics.
God. So the first time I rolled another 1. But this time I got a 19.
19 does hit.
Do I finally hit?
So roll damage and then roll a d6.
Alright, damage is 7. D6 is 4.
Alright, he is looking just... You kind of stab him kind of up in the collarbone, and he's still technically alive, but holy crap, is he hurting. A 4, you said? Remember what a 4 is?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, you discharge this necrotic energy in him, and you feel like if that goes off, he's not gonna survive. So next round, he'll be hit with a finger of death.
oh god.
If he lasts that long. Sir Smush, anything?
No.
Rygnerik.
I guess I am gonna shoot number 4.
Go for it.
I want to be close to that.
Ew.
Yeah, whatever. Boom. So 24 to hit and 32 damage.
Yeah. Where do you want to hit him?
The butt.
Yeah, we're not trying to kill them, right? Let's go for the butt.
He's got 4 HP, so it's up to you what you want to do.
I think Tinkers is the only one trying not to kill him, to be honest.
Yeah.
I
If he
assume
dies,
you're
he
gonna,
dies.
you're gonna heal him as soon as he falls down, right?
Oh no.
It's up to you if you want to make... I mean, you've rolled high enough and he's got low enough HP. You can make a non-lethal shot, or you can go for the kill. It's whatever you want to do.
Going for a non-lethal shot.
Okay. So you...
He's gonna get a finger of death next round.
That is true. So you take careful aim, and you hit him. You actually puncture one of his lungs. You hit him straight kind of at a downward angle through the front of his chest, and he kind of... you see him kind of fall to his knees and fall down unconscious.
He's gonna be like, "Oh, you've shown mercy, Lord. You've broken the curse. Finger of death."
Just for whatever y'all want to do, Cantros is going to do nothing. Number 4 is unconscious. Slorth, what do you want to do? Just to resolve the final round.
That bear.
Resolve the what?
Well, he is unconscious and bleeding out currently, since Rygnerik chose to choose a non-lethal shot. There is going to be something happen to him on his turn next round. But you have 1 turn left if you want to do something, Slorth.
Do I see necrotic energy bubbling around him?
I'll say sure. You don't necessarily see necrotic energy, but you did see Aisling stab him with Warrior Shard, and something happen, and just an educated guess, you can probably assume that it's not going to be good for the unconscious man on the ground.
I look down, I'm like, nah, he's dead.
Okay. So you can just let him go?
Dadrios can lay hands if he really wants to. In the next 6 seconds.
Okay. Trigger's going to stand down. Frankie's going to stand down. Dadrios, what do you want to do?
Start praying.
You're just going to be like, good luck, Saraviv?
The same, yeah, basically the same prayer, yeah.
Okay.
I'll make one up at some point.
Okay. So, yeah, as a few seconds later, as he's already unconscious, and you see him bleeding out, and you see this necrotic energy just grip his entire body, and he kind of... and is super dead.
We're dead. Oh, we can still save him. Oops.
Oh, but yeah, he's dead.
I know we're probably at a stopping point, but I want to have the rhinos kind of like try to go across the bridge and bump into the wall first.
Yeah, that's fine. So you have them kind of turn, kind of go across the bridge. Are you gonna have them charge or just walk slowly? Or
No, walk until they hit a barrier, if they hit a barrier.
Okay. So yeah, they both kind of 2 by 2 kind of go across with their horns down. Eventually they kind of dink, seem to hit some kind of invisible wall, and you see them kind of nudge a little bit and just kind of dink, dink, dink. Doesn't seem to... It's about halfway across the bridge, but it definitely seems to be stopping them.
All right.
We'll charge it.
Oh no, I'm not gonna have them charge. I'm gonna have them just gore at it.
Okay. Make... I'm not gonna make you make an attack roll because it's not like they can miss, but roll damage.
Yeah. What did I say they were at? Rhinoceros. Damage is 2d8 plus 5.
Roll it.
That's first round they do.
Okay. So you see them both kind of like back up a little bit and really gorge into this thing. And you see even Dadrios, because you still have your true sight up, you can see these kind of almost electric looking vein, not electricity, but just kind of that kind of spidering look go across the dome for about 50 feet where they're hitting it. But even those without true sight can actually see a kind of ripple and bend in air as these rhinos kind of ram it, but it just kind of doesn't seem to make any difference.
Even if they just keep doing it?
They can kind of... You let them... I'll say you give them a few minutes of just kind of wailing on this thing, and it doesn't seem to make any progress. And, Dadrios, you watching with your true sight, you can see, you can see it kind of like wow as they're hitting it, but every time, as soon as they stop hitting it, it just kind of returns to how it looked before.
I'm gonna
touch it.
Touch it? Okay.
Yeah, just gently put my hand on it.
You walk up and kind of boom. It feels hot to the touch, but not so much that it's burning you. And it feels like almost like a spongy kind of wall, but feels very solid. You kind of lean on it, and it doesn't damage you, but you can't seem to push through it.
And my arm doesn't go through or anything?
No.
Push one of the dead bodies up against it, see if it just goes right through.
Okay. You kind of pick one up and kind of mash it against it, and it just kind of...
The already broken jaw. Just
Yeah.
kind of like,
Yeah, it's just kind of like rubbing it up against a wall. Francine, now that everything's kind of settled and there's no immediate threat, and you're all able to kind of walk up to where this barrier is, goes up and studies it, and she kind of places her hand on it a moment like Dadrios did, and kind of runs her hand up and thinks for a sec. And she actually takes out one of the crystals you've seen her use wild magic with, and she places it against it, and she attempts to draw like a circle on it, and you see her say a few words and dissolve the crystal and press it against it, and then kind of shake her head, and she's like, it is an impressively strong barrier, stronger than anything I've seen before. Theoretically, a powerful enough source of magic should be able to overwhelm this, or at least create an opening with it, but nothing I have on me could create that kind of magical energy. Or we can look for a hole, I suppose.
So go get the things from the dragons.
Are you with us, Liz?
Yeah. Discord just did the thing where it took me off speakerphone, and the only way to get it back on speakerphone is to leave and come back.
No worries.
Discord's phone app is really bad, by the way.
Yeah.
yeah, it's not great.
Yeah.
Alright, I guess we can attack this next week.
So as you all kind of gather on this very wide bridge, you kind of you can actually see the other side of the bridge from where you're at, and From where you're looking, it actually doesn't seem like there's any guards or any kind of life posted, at least from you can see, on the other side of this bridge. But as you gather in front of this barrier and kind of discuss and talk through your different options of how you might egress this city, that's where we'll pick up next time.
If Dadrios looks down, does he see, like, is it a sphere around this thing, or does it just go straight down?
Yeah, kind of leaning over the canyon, it does seem to curve down.
I push him in. Huh. Okay.
Okay, and y'all can discuss on Discord or whatever you want, what you want to do, or just wing it next time, that's fine. But we will pick this up next week.
Night.
All right, guys.
Bye.
Everyone have a good night.
Have a good night, y'all.